Soccer don't be loud.
Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy
What's go-
BVO Boxing. It's your boy D3.
what's
What's
going
going
on?
on, man? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm good.
So what you think about this fight we got coming tonight, man? Or this morning, better yet?
Man, it's a good fight. I mean, it's a lot of controversy surrounding the fight already before they even got started. But I mean, these are two guys that's going to put their name on the map. Whether it's gonna catapult Coolboy, or it's gonna solidify Monster anyway for being number two on the pound for pound in some people cases.
So you think no matter what, whoever wins the Errol Spence versus Crawford fight, they're gonna be number one in your opinion?
Yeah.
So what do you got Jamel at? That's what I wonder. Where you got Jamel at?
I got Jamel. I got Jamel like number four, number three, number four.
Wow. Why so low, man?
Because the way that I do my pound for pound, I don't go by titles and belts. I don't go by accolades. I go strictly off of this style versus that style if they were the same size.
Okay. Reason I say that is because when I think about pound for pound, it all originated when people thought Sugar Ray Robinson was better than Joe Louis.
Correct.
So I'm one of the rare ones that don't put any heavyweights on my pound for pound list. So I'm excited about this, and I'll tell you this, man. The more, and this is funny, man. I told you this last time we were together on this. I said, man, I'm starting to believe, man, Terrence is probably just gonna run right over. Errol might run right over Terrence, man, because I look at Terrence's resume, man. He ain't really fought nobody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't fight nobody. I'm just gonna say at the time that he fought the people that is a name on his resume, they was towards the end of their career.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't fight anybody, but compared to Earl Spence, it looked like he fought a bunch of nobodies.
Hey, I say that because you see, you think about Errol and been kind of through the gauntlet, man. He really had to earn his stripes, man, fighting that 147 in the glamour division. And you see, like, in a way, it looks like all Terrence has really been doing, and I'm not trying to be biased, but it looked like he just been biding his time trying to get that fight, man. I think all the capping he did is really showing up, man. I don't know if you've been watching him in these 24/7 episodes. Him and Bobak, man, they look a little shook, man. Is that just me, or you see that too?
No, I see that. I see a lot of their tone has changed. At first, before this fight was actually made, it was
Mm-hmm.
Earl Spence is basic. Earl Spence don't have no. He's not that good of a fighter. This, and that. And then once the fight was made, they were saying, "Oh no, Earl Spence, he's a good fighter." Then as we got closer to the fight, now it was Earl Spence is a great fighter. I don't know if Bud can win on the scorecards and stuff like that. It's like their tone changed as the fight got closer and closer. But I was like, I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, okay, but y'all said Earl Spence is basic. He hasn't fought nobody. He don't have a good style. But everything is starting to change up. So,
Yeah, it's funny, man, because you get a lot of people who say they hate when they hear boxers just talking junk and not backing it up. I'm telling you, I think Bud Crawford's been completely exposed, man, because I think he never really wanted this fight, man. I know that might sound crazy to some, but I don't think he ever really wanted this fight, man.
yeah, I don't think he wanted to fight. Well, let me say, he might have wanted the fight. I just don't
Mm-hmm.
think he wanted it as bad as Earl, and I don't think he wanted it at this time. I think he had no choice because there was no other big fights out there for
Mm-hmm.
him to be made. So he had to get it. It was like he was pretty much backed into a corner because we saw the Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight get made and how much money they made off that fight. And it was like, okay, that could have been you and Earl. Y'all could have been making that big money. I think he more so took the fight for the money and not so much for the legacy because we done heard multiple times that he said he don't need this fight. There's not a big fight to him.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when he says that, man, I'll be wondering he must be really not self-aware, man, because if you look at his resume, I know he keeps saying, like that famous Roy Jones thing, I'm making him look easy, but I mean, he just not fighting nobody, man. And I'm gonna tell you why I said it, because when I seen my favorite fight, Deontay Wilder, get in there with Tyson Fury, it looked like he was overmatched, and I could say all those guys that he beat. Maybe Luis Ortiz. Nobody really that he fought Tyson Fury wouldn't have destroyed easy. So I guess it's tough, man, because I'm wondering, is matchmaking going into these fights that's making people look better than they are, or is it just me thinking that?
It's more so it's top ranked matchmaking. Top rank got the best matchmakers in the game. They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
make their star fighters look good. They're not gonna put them in there with somebody that's gonna give them a major problem. Now every once in a while they have a hiccup in the game because you never know. You suspect that this person can beat them, but you never know when a person get in there what he's actually feeding off of or what he got in his head when he go in there. So but for the most part, you see how their fighters look. We see them every week, week after week. They put those young prospects in there with guys that we know off the jump. They're going to demolish them. As soon as we hear the name, and then we look at the resume. We be like, who is this dude? Oh, but he got 40 fights. 40 fights against who? So I mean, it's all about their matchmaking, and they're gonna showcase their fighters, and they're gonna make their fighters look good because, like I said, when it came to Terrence Crawford, he moved to 47, and everybody like, oh, he got 10 straight knockouts, and he knocking everybody out at 47. Yeah, but who is he fighting? Well, he fought Amir Khan, the same Amir Khan that just got pulled out of the grave against Canelo. That Amir Khan. And then you was like, oh, he fought Jose Benavidez. The Jose Benavidez that had one leg. He got his kneecap shot up. He got his kneecap blown off, and he had one leg. That Jose Benavidez. And then he fought Green Bean. Who the hell is Green Bean?
I don't know. Hey, salute to my man Bruce Gas, Boxing and Jazz. He says salute BVO, salute D Free. I would tell you the funny thing about this, man. When you look at Terrence, Terrence, he just been going in there really, styling on these guys. So it's making him look a little better than he is. But I'm just really wondering, can he take that kind of Mexican style pressure, pause, that your boy Errol's bringing? Because Errol is really going to bring the fight to him. And I can't think of, and everybody that ever seen him being a fight two Terrence, he struggles with. I know you seen that fight where he fought Kell Brook, what was left of Kell Brook, and Kell Brook left a nugget under his eye. I was just like shocked by that. Like, come on, man.
I mean, if you look at it outside of the David Ebenezer fight, the last couple of fights he had a knot under his eye. When he fought Kell Brook, Kell Brook for the first 3 rounds was jabbing his eye. He had a knot on it. And then when he fought Sean Porter had his eyes a little swollen. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to survive. See, I got a feeling that I think Terrence Crawford is going to try to come right at Errol Spence. I think because I know he knows that everybody know that he likes to download data and take a couple of rounds off before he gets started. I think he's going to try to surprise Earl and come right at Earl. But I think Earl already know that. That's why Terrence Crawford put on all his weight to try to go in and go right at Earl and be able to sustain some of those shots early in the fight and catch Earl with a shot that he think Earl might not see.
Yeah, and it's funny because I haven't heard one Terrence Crawford fan tell me what he's going to do other than come and knock him out.
You're not going to hit. You're not going to hit. Because even his own trainer said he think that Bud Crawford might get robbed on the scorecard. Nobody believed that he could beat Earl on the scorecards. Nobody believed that. So you're not going to hit if Bomac don't believe it, and the people that's closest to Bud don't believe that he's going to win on the scorecard. You're not going to hit the fan because what I noticed from Bud Crawford fans is they repeat everything they hear Bud Crawford, Bomac, and Bernie say. Everything that they say, you guarantee you're gonna hear his fans say it. Guarantee. His fans
Yeah.
gonna say the same exact thing. So if they don't believe it, his fans is not gonna believe it. They gonna go exactly what it. Oh, he gonna knock him out. Yeah, he got 10 straight knockouts. He gonna knock him out. Okay. I mean, it sounds good. If he do it, congratulations. But if he
you
don't do it, then what?
Hey, what's funny, man? And for me, I know everybody, see that I got, a couple drops by Bernie. Bernie is like a boxing encyclopedia, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes, and I don't like to speak on Bud because Bernie's my guy, pause. So I don't like to speak too much on him, but he really is being super biased, man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy to see somebody who knows boxing all the way to almost the beginning. And for him to just kind of way he kind of does it, it's just like, man, come on, dude. You got to see what I'm seeing. Because I'll be honest, man, I'm starting to believe that Showtime and Al Heyman and Earl Spence is setting us up to steal some money from us, man. I know.
You know what? When they made this fight, though, I did a live a while back. I did a live.
Yeah.
I think it might have been last year. Yeah, it was last year. I know it was last year because I haven't really started doing lives until recently. But I did a live, and the title of it was "Same Game, Different Players," and it was Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Same game, different players. It was 5 years before we got that fight that we wanted to see between Floyd and Manny. It's 5 years that we get in this fight that we wanted to see between Earl and Terrence. And the common denominator in that was Bob Erm. And it wasn't until Manny left Bob Erm that we got that fight. It's not until Bud left Bob Erm that we're getting this fight. So it's a lot of common similarities in the comparison of the two fights. The only difference is the name and the style of fighting of each fighters.
Yeah, hey, something I wanted to ask you. I'm gonna read this comment real quick before we get going. Salute to my man, Flawless Mentality, BE, hosted by Dr. Mark. Salute to God, D Free, my brother of excellence, fam. The
What's going
panel
on?
and God's beautiful goddess of the TYT.
What's going on, Dr. Mark? What's going on, Bruce Gas?
I'll tell you the funny thing about it, man. It's something funny about this whole fight is because I think when you see the fight, I think people forget Al Heyman was in show business for a long, long time, and I'm telling you, man, when I watched that Manny Pacquiao Floyd fight, that wasn't no fight, man. Floyd beat him easy. So it was just like,
I mean, for people that know the fight game, and see, I had a close friend that kept saying that Manny was going stop Floyd. I was like, dog, Manny is not fucking with Floyd. Manny cannot stand in the ring with Floyd. He was like, man, I'm telling you, that's why Floyd. I said, no, I said, you don't know the whole backstory of the whole reason why it's taking so long for these two guys to fight. So when they finally got a chance to fight, and Floyd just wiped the floor with Manny Pacquiao, the first thing that everybody say is, oh, he waited till Manny got old. I'm like, dog, do y'all realize that Floyd is 2 years older than Manny? I'm like, Floyd is 2 years older. So if anybody got older, it was Floyd. So Manny got older, Floyd got older as well. He's 2 years older. So I was like, dog, it didn't matter. I said, Floyd was just a better fighter. And when it comes to Earl and Bud, I'm not gonna say Earl is a better fighter. Earl's fundamentals and his attention to detail is what's going to pull him through this fight. His fundamentals and his attention to detail, because the one thing that I see with Earl is he never deviates from the game plan. He put his style of fighting, he forces that on you. He makes you fight the style that he wants you to fight. And if you can't deal with it, it usually ends with you getting beat up badly.
Hey, you know what's funny? The more I watch Earl and the more I watch Marvin Hagler, man, it's like almost identical. It's like they both want to go in there and punish you, not just beat you up. They want to punish somebody because when I think about that Ugas fight, we all know Errol could have been knocked him out the way he was on one leg,
Right.
rolling around.
And see, that's the thing. And that's the thing. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, this is the fight that Earl Spence got to watch out for." Ugas just got finished whooping Manny. I was like, "Dog, y'all giving Ugas way too much credit." Everybody kept saying, "Man, this is like a 60-40 fight." I'm like, "Dog, this is not 60-40. This is not a 60-40 fight. This is more like a 75-25. I give Ugas a 25%, and the 25% that I gave him was if the fact that if Earl Spence torn eye retina came into play. That was the only chance Ugas had. I was like, dog, Ugas is not going to be. He has no chance of beating Earl Spence. The only chance he got is if Earl Spence happens to have that torn eye retina come back and affect him in this fight. I said, other than that, Ugas is going to get beat up, and that's exactly what happened.
And you know what's funny? People forget about him getting beat up by one of my favorite fighters, Amir Rahman. I mean, he was known for getting jacked up, man. That was his thing at 140. Everybody beat up Ugas, man. Salute to my man Big Ray. He said salute D Free panel in chat. Salute to my man Jose. He said what's up, y'all. My man Slab, aka Big Tex TYT family. What's up, brother? He said what's popping. Hey, but I think the funny thing about this fight that everybody missing is that, you know what? I think after Errol beat him, I'm still gonna be like, man, this wasn't worth it, because I honestly tell you this, they're older guys too fighting. It's not like the Inouye and Monster fight where you got a guy 28 and a guy 26 fighting. I mean, these guys are 30, 33, and 35. I mean, I'll be honest, Errol Spence is nowhere near as athletic as he once was. That accident took a lot out of him, man. It really do. But go ahead.
I was about to say, I actually think Earl is a little more preserved because he had those two big layoffs. He's a little more preserved, and his body is a little more rested. Because actually, this is his third layoff, because he had the layoff from the car accident, which was he was out for like 14 months. And then he had the layoff for the torn eye retina, which he was out for another 16 months. And then now he just had another layoff that he waited around for Bud Crawford, which is another 16 months. So I think he's a little more preserved. So his body had a chance to heal. And if he did had any effect from the car accident, that he didn't get a chance to get exposed because he went in there, he counterboxed Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia really didn't even hardly land any punches on Earl Spence. And then when he got in there with Ugas, he pretty much just beat Ugas up. It wasn't Ugas really couldn't do nothing. So if he did had any lingering effects from the car accidents, he never got a chance to get exposed in it, and his body is fully healed from it now.
I think I'm pointing out is the fact that what he could get in and out of the fight. Like he could, go in, go out a lot smoother than he do now. Now you kind of can see it's a little bit. I don't know if he just maybe got a little older, but his feet ain't the same. He's not moving as fast as he was. And then on top of that, I don't know if you've seen it when he said he never went to physical therapy. I think a lot of people make that mistake, man. When you don't go to physical therapy, man, you're never going to be the same, no matter who you think you are.
Yeah. I think for the most part, I don't think as far as him not being able to move on his feet, he's not as good or as quick on his feet no more. I think it's more so of the style of fighting that he puts on. He's more of a pressure fighter. Now he still can move. We saw that with the Ugas fight. He can still move, but he's more of a pressure fighter. So he likes to stay in. I prefer him to stay in than to try to back out of the fight. I mean, back out of the fire. Stay in there, because we know that Terrence Crawford can't fight that well on the inside. Now he can throw a little bit of punches here and there, but if you want to say, okay, who check off the box, and we put up a poll of who has the better game as far as inside game, Earl or Bud, most people are going to say Earl got the better inside game. We say who has the better outside game between Earl and Bud, most people will say Bud got the better outside game. So I would prefer that Earl stay inside. Now he can box with Bud on the outside, but I prefer him to stay on the inside.
You know something funny, man. I don't know if have you got a chance to see that Oscar De La Hoya documentary yet?
Nope.
I don't know if you like Oscar like I do, but I tell you this, man. I didn't even realize that a lot of Oscar's story was fabricated, man. I didn't realize that Oscar did a lot of. I didn't realize that, man.
I mean, I used to be an Oscar fan. I ain't gonna lie, I used to be an Oscar fan. And the one reason why I was an Oscar fan is because I thought he was Puerto Rican. I didn't know until later on that he was Mexican, because they kept saying the Golden Boy, and then for some reason I don't know why in my head I just thought that he was Puerto Rican. I
Yeah.
didn't know that he was Mexican, and when I found out he was Mexican, by then I was already a fan of him. I was like, oh fuck it, he's a good fighter, or whatever. But no, I mean I knew Oscar lied about a lot of stuff.
It's funny because I didn't realize that he pretty much made everything up. So like whenever you see Leonard Ellerby cussing him out, it's for a reason. I didn't realize that like he kind of spent his whole career lying. Like they had a story in there where he was talking about how his mom's last wish was for him to win the gold. And then he comes out and says, hey, no, that wasn't my mom's last wish. A reporter said that to me, and I said that to the reporter, and I just repeated it back to him and said, yeah, my mom's last wish was for me to win the gold. And it was just crazy because you just go down the list, and I'm telling you, I've never seen a guy, and it's crazy, I've never seen a guy who is outside the ring decisions make his career look like it was nothing, man, because, man, he pretty much made up everything, man. I mean,
for the most part, I mean, he's a Mexican version of Bud Crawford. He lie about every fucking thing. Lie about every fucking thing.
hey, I just can't believe the man lied about his mom. I guess his mom died early. The man lied and said, oh man, yeah, my mom's last wish was for me to win the gold. I was like, oh my God.
I wouldn't even say no shit like that. I'd have been like, man, my mom's last wish was her last wish. It's between me and my mother. It's a wish. It's not for y'all to know. It's a wish. It's between me and my mother. I'd have left that shit just like that.
Hey, and then the part that got me was, like, so when he came with the name Golden Boy, that was never his name. That was his big brother's name, and he used it. And remember, they had the whole story with Bob Arum said he crowned him the Golden Boy because he seen him coming in or something.
Wow.
It just got me. But I just said, you know what? Maybe because I was a kid back then. It's just like when you find out.
I was young when Oscar was on top of the game, because I'm like a couple of months older than Floyd. So I was young when Oscar came out and he was doing all that stuff. So I mean, a lot of that stuff I probably would have never followed, because we didn't have the internet back there like that. The only internet we had was in the daggone principal office, and that joint looked like daggone block letter. It was a black screen with green letters on it. That we ain't had no internet. Everything was typewriter, talk on the phone, or mail a letter. You had to mail a letter. It wasn't no daggone email. It was mail a letter. So.
Hey, my man, Lottie said, what round do y'all think Inoue knocks him clean out and takes his belts? I think it's the first to the third. What about y'all? I'll let you go first, D-Free. What round you think he's gonna put Scooter to bed in?
I don't think it's going to be a knockout. I think it's going to go to distance. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Coolboy get robbed, but I don't think he's going to knock him out. I mean, I put it like this: it took him what? When did he knock out Paul?
I think like the 10th round.
Right, and Coolboy is a way better boxer than him. So if it took him, knockout, I don't see Coolboy. Coolboy, he's not going to be there for Inoue to land a clean shot. Now Inoue might hit him with some shots, but it's not going to be nothing clean for him. Now, only time I can say he might get a clean shot if it's to the body. He might be able to get a clean shot to the body, but as far as to the chin, I don't think he's going to do it. Now, I wouldn't be. I mean, if he do it, he do it. But I just don't. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
And you're right, man. It was my mistake. D-Free was the 11th round, not the 10th. But I'm gonna say this: the thing about that whole Paul Butler fight was Paul Butler did not come to fight. He ran the whole time. People don't give Inoue no credit, because we seen that with Boots versus Kieran, and Boots looked horrible because all he did was swing, get turned away all the way around. But then you look at Inoue was able to cut the ring off and get Paul out of there. I was
Yeah. It all depends on the level of opponents that you in there with. Because Kern was in there not to get knocked out. He was in there not to get knocked out. Now Boots could have cut the ring off a little better and probably got the knockout, but
mhm.
Kern was in there not to get knocked out, like we saw with Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia was not trying to get knocked out by Earl, and it's no. I mean, he literally in the ninth round he literally was begging his brother not to stop the fight because he was getting beat up, and the last. So I mean, it all depends on who you in there with. If you in there with somebody that's going to try to fight you, then yeah, it's a chance that you might get knocked out. But if you in there with somebody that's a veteran and they know how to survive, if they want to survive, they going to survive.
I'm just wondering how, in a way I got in a way winning this, but I'm wondering can in a way bring a jab to this fight because one thing about Coolboy people forget he's got really really good defense, man. I would probably say he's about a B plus A plus fighter, B plus A plus fighter when it comes to defense, man. He can do all the things on offense, but his defense. I mean, we didn't see it versus Fig. Everybody had to bring that Figueroa fight up, but I think he was trying to prove a point against Fig.
Yeah,
And really, the funny thing about that whole Fig fight was that fight should tell you about what he's capable of. I'm just wondering, do you think Cool Boy really has a chance, or is this another showcase for Inouye?
I think Cool Boy has a chance, and I also think that what his trainer did, far as mention the hand wraps, I think that might have put something in in a ways head, in his trainer head, and in Inouye's head, like, oh, they got everybody watching our raps and this and that, because I mean it's a bad look if you got one of the top guys in the sport in your division, well, the top guy in your division, telling everybody that you doing something that's illegal, then now it's in your head that, oh, everybody watching me how I wrap my hands and stuff like that, because what he's doing is illegal, but it's not illegal in Japan. It's illegal in most areas in the United States. Now there's certain spots where you can do it in the United States, but for the most part, it's illegal because you're not supposed to have the tape directly on your hand, and it says that in the rules.
Isn't
You're
that
not
called
supposed.
stacking?
Yes, is you're not supposed to
Okay.
have the tape. You're supposed to have gauze over top of your hand, because what happens is when that tape gets wet, it gets hard like a cast, and that was one of the things that Mayorga got caught with when he beat up Cotto that very
Mm-hmm.
next fight, when they caught his wraps. It broke up like a cast because
Mm.
they wet that tape, and that tape gets hard like a cast. So that's why they don't want the tape on your skin, because when your skin starts to sweat, that tape gets hard.
Yeah, I think it don't matter in this fight, but we're gonna simmer read a couple of these comments. Big Ray said his defense was on display versus Danny Romaine, and then he said, "How do you guys view Cool Boy's chin? He's been dropped flat on the canvas in his amateur career by one shot. Can Steph take his power? Salute to my man Big Blunt saying yo, and he said it's illegal in PA. I don't know. I think Cool Boy got a chin because I thought Fig was hitting him with some clean shots. What did you think about that, man?
Yeah, no, Cool Boy got a chin. Now the question is, do Monster Anyway got a chin? Because we seen Monster Anyway drop in the pros. Now you said you saw Cool Boy dropped in the amateurs, but we never seen him dropped in the pros. We seen Anyway get up off the canvas. So the question is, it, can he hold up to these bigger guys as he move up? Now I'm not saying that Cool Boy's going to knock him out. I'm not saying Cool Boy's going to drop him, but I'm saying as he move up, can Anyway chin holds up to these bigger guys, because the one out of the two fighters, the only one that got up off the canvas when it counted was Inouye. Inouye was the only one that got off the canvas. We never seen Cool Boy hit the canvas since he been a pro.
I think the funny thing is, man, people don't realize it's a fight. Like people are getting knocked out. I never understand that. Man, we think about everybody acting like people don't get knocked out. I done seen Floyd get knocked out. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't count it versus versus my man Super Judah, but come on, man, everybody getting knocked down. What's this whole thing about everybody talking about you supposed to be so perfect in the ring? What you think about that, man?
It's I mean, it's the same old thing. It just different people. Like you see people say one thing for one fighter, but then when another fighter do the same thing, they try to switch it up. Oh, well, he not that fighter, but it doesn't matter if he that fighter. Is do you see him being able to do what you said that this fighter could do? Because if he's able to, like, and that's another thing you said. Coolboy got underrated defense, and that's another reason why I say I believe that this fight is going to go the distance, because I don't think that Inoue is going to be able to land that big shot on him because of Coolboy's defense. And that's one thing that I will say about a lot of guys coming out of that Philadelphia area. One
Mm-hmm.
thing that they pride themselves on is defense. We saw that with Bernard Hopkins. We see that with Joe Frazier. That that's one thing that they pride themselves on is defense. Is defense and a lot of body work and pressure. Now, I'm not gonna say so much far as Danny Garcia because he's a different type of fighter. It's not everybody that come out of PA, but for the most part.
You know what's funny, man? I don't ever remember Danny Garcia ever even trying to be having defense.
No,
I
Danny,
mean,
Danny never had no problem with defense. He was never he ain't never had no problem with defense. It's just the guys he lost to was just better than him. I mean, he lost to Keith Thurman, he lost to Sean Porter, he lost to Earl Spence. He only got 3 losses. Those guys was just better than him. He ain't had no problem with defense. It's just those guys was better than him.
I mean, it seemed like Earl was hitting with that jab at will. I could be wrong about that, but it looked like Earl was just hitting with that jab at will, man. It was like it was nothing he could do to stop him from hitting him. You said though, Nero broke his face in the first fight.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah. Robert, Nonito Donaire did break Inoue face in that first fight. I think he broke his nose or his jaw. I couldn't remember which one it was. I think it might have been his jaw. I think he broke his jaw in that first fight.
So really, you know, it's funny. I was listening to Skinny this morning, man. Shout out to my man Southwest T. I was listening to him this morning, and I didn't even realize this is the first time in a long time that Inoue is fighting somebody he's not a huge thousands upon thousands favorite against. I mean, this is his first. I hate to say it, this might be his first real fight. What you think about that, man? Because I mean, he not he don't
Might
got no
be,
crazy. He don't got no cool.
might be. I mean, like I said, outside of Donaire, it is his first real fight. Now, I say outside of Donaire because I gotta give Donaire his props. He's a Hall of Famer, but I mean, let's be honest. Donaire is much older than Inoue. Donaire was a older fighter when he fought him the first time, and he was even older when he fought him the second time. So, I mean, I'm not taking nothing from Donaire. He's a legend in that division. He's a legend in that division because he's 39, about to be 40, or he is 40. So
Yeah.
that man is a legend in that division compared to the guys that's in there now. So, but as far as Monster, anyway, he ain't fighting nobody with the level of a Coolboy. Nobody. Coolboy, cool. I can honestly say Coolboy, if he was to fight those guys that Inoue fought outside of Donaire, because like I said, I'm not gonna put Donaire in the same bracket as those other guys because we know what Donaire is.
Mhm.
Outside of Donaire, if we put Coolboy in the ring with those guys that Inoue fought, Coolboy would have more than 5 knockouts or 7 knockouts.
Yeah, I think he got 8, man.
Yeah, he would have more than that. He would have knocked
Yeah.
out a few. Probably he'd probably be almost like 90% knockouts.
See, and that's the funny thing about it. If I hadn't seen the skill for myself, salute to my man Josh Sanders. That's the TYT fan.
What's going
He
on,
said
Josh?
D free BVO. What's going on, brother? Hey, if I hadn't seen it, I'm thinking I got in a way winning because of his skill. But it looked like he might have been another recipient of good matchmaking, man, because he didn't fight everybody at 115. Everybody tried to say like he fought everybody at 115. He did not. He really didn't, man. I think. Go ahead.
He didn't. He didn't.
And it's like he get a hall pass So people want to forget that he didn't fight everybody because, I mean, I think he's going to go in there and crush Coolboy. But I think because Coolboy don't have no power. And I think Coolboy, just like a Devin Haney, I think, and I hope one day Devin Haney can be as good as Coolboy, defensively. I hope because to me they're like the same fight. I just think Coolboy's a little bit older, but
Yeah.
I just don't know if that power, if you can win on the biggest stage without any type of power. I just don't think you can. What you think about that?
I mean, you do realize Coolboy has beat all of the top guys in both the divisions he's been in. He's
Oh
beaten
yeah,
all of the top guys, not a couple of them. He's beaten all of them. The only one that he didn't beat, and is because he pretty much didn't want to fight, was MJ, and we saw what happened in MJ last fight. He lost.
yeah.
So we seen what happened with that fight, but he's beaten all of the top guys. So it's not and that's the thing. Coolboy, I think how many fights Coolboy got? Like 15 fights, something like that.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I think
I
he got
thought
like 15 or 16 fights, and I would say 95% of them are undefeated fighters.
Yeah, hold on one second. He definitely got a nice.
He got 21 fights, and majority of them are undefeated fighters.
Yeah, it's funny because when you say that, man, I just never realized it, man. I'm starting to see like how much matchmaking has been like a huge part of this boxing, man. Because I can say, man, a lot of these fights. I'll tell you something funny. One time I was drinking, man, and I had bought that Deontay Wilder. Remember he fought Robert Helenius, that whole card. And I tell you what, man, the thing that got me was so many times these pay-per-views, especially pay-per-views, a lot of the boxing we get is so overmatched, man. Is that just me that's seeing that, or you see that too?
Mark say all of the top guys. Name a top guy that Coolboy didn't fight. Outside of MJ, the one that didn't want to fight him. Outside of MJ, name a top guy in his division that he was fighting in that he didn't fight. He fought in all of the top guys in his division.
He got a great record against undefeated opponents. Salute to my man Marky Dan. He said Top Rank got the best match. Hey, repeating what you said, got the best.
I just said that.
Hey, I'm just saying, when you watch state fighters, man, even my man King Arthur better beat, man. He really, I can't say, man. I don't even know how really good he is because.
Oh no, no. Arthur is different. Arthur different. That man's different.
No. I tell you, what I'm saying is I don't know how good Arthur is because why we got that devil fight.
I put it like
That's
this.
the thing.
I'm gonna tell you how good Arthur is. I'm gonna tell you how good. This is how you know how good he really is. If you ever had any doubt of how good Arthur is, Arthur got 18 fights, 18 knockouts. Canelo Alvarez moved to 175, and he had a chance to pick who he wanted to fight, and he picked Demetrius Bivol because he did not want to get in the ring with that man.
Oh,
that's how you know how good he is, because everybody was talking about you going to 175, fight Arthur. Arthur said, I want to fight Canelo. Canelo said he wanted to fight Arthur. They was talking back and forth, and he had a chance to move up to 175, and he said, I'm taking Demetrius Bivol. He didn't want to get in the ring with Arthur because he know that man would have killed him. That's how you know how good he is.
Hey, I think the funny thing is when you talk about Arthur, I just think because he don't really have, 175 ain't like it once was. It ain't a ton of guys for him to really fight. You don't got the bad Chads or Andre Wards or even Kovalev. When Kovalev was up there, he was still kind of old with a belt. I mean, I remember he had a good fight with Anthony Yarde, but I feel like he just ain't had a chance to fight anybody. I'm gonna ask you this: do you look at David Benavidez any different for not taking that King Arthur opportunity when Mauricio Sulaiman offered him a chance at the 175 WBC belt when he missed weight?
David Benavidez ain't trying to get knocked out. I'm trying to tell y'all that man Arthur Butterby is a different breed. He's a different breed. I understand the man is old, but it's like It's like the Terminator. The Terminator old as fuck, but he keep coming. He keep coming. You ain't gonna stop him. He gonna keep coming. You can drop him. You can cut him. You can put pause on him. That man is gonna keep coming. He's not stopping. And that's the thing with Arthur Butterbeef. I don't care how many. It's like when Arthur Butterbeef see his own blood, he turns into the Terminator.
Yeah, he get pissed.
He like, oh, they saw my blood. Oh, I got to stop him right now. I got to stop him right now. Not the next round, right now.
Hey, you know, I gotta salute my man Marky Dan said. Salute to my man Marky Dan said. No, I just missed it. My bad. He said, "You was right." Nah, I think about it. Only dude fault ain't fault is Aline and MJ, and they both lost. That's what you said already.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Them guys, he fought everybody, and every top guy in his division. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like. Do people realize who Coolboy is? They talking about, oh, anyway, we're going to go in here and just going to knock him out. I'm like, dog, Coolboy came into the game fighting all of the top guys. He didn't say, oh, I want him because I saw he looked a little weak. That man came in there and said, man, I want your belt, your belt, your belt, your belt. When I move out of this division, I want your belt, your belt. He went for everybody. He was like, man, these dudes got me messed up. I'm taking all their ring out here. No, that man, Coolboy fought everybody.
But see, what I didn't get about, see, here's the thing about David Benavidez. You get all this love, this crazy love that come out only because Mike Tyson landed the Mexican Monster. I don't understand because I seen Canelo, I seen Caleb Plant box his ears off for like 7 rounds, and because he didn't have no gas tank, he got him out of there. But I'm just saying, I was just wondering why they not giving Benavidez no smoke about not fighting Morrell? What you think about
that? I've been on that. I've been on that. That's just what you said, because you saw what happened with Caleb Plant. Those first 6 rounds is the reason why he do not want to get in the ring with David Morrell. He's talking about, oh, I got to see there's other big fights. But what you said last year was, okay, he signed a contract. If the fight falls through with Canelo, then we fight Morrell in October. Then you come out and say, oh, I didn't sign no contract. I don't know where they got that from. Nigga, your father and your manager said that. What are you talking about? Your father and your manager, which is the same manager for David Morrell. So he said this contract is signed. Your father said the contract is signed. So now your own father lying on you? So that's why I was like, no, y'all go ahead. Y'all believe that man. That man ain't no damn Mexican man. No, y'all got to understand, when Jamal Charlo was talking shit about David Benavidez, this motherfucker was trying to do everything to fight Jamal Charlo. This man was like, man, I dropped down 4 pounds. I take the COVID test. I do this. He was trying to do everything. He wouldn't let Jamal Charlo do anything without him getting in the media saying something about Jamal Charlo making a fight. Then when he got the fight with Caleb Plant, he going back and forth with Caleb Plant. They about to fight at the gym and all this. David Morrell called this man a bitch or he a duck. You don't hear this nigga motherfucker Demetrius. I mean, you don't hear David Benavidez say nothing. That man out this joint like, man, I done gave my life to God. I don't even fight like that no more, man. I don't even fight like that. I gave my life to God, man. I'm in church now. That man ain't trying to fight David Morrell, man. David Morrell will put that man in the hospital.
Hey, the way he beat Hapu from The Simpsons, man. I don't know if you seen that fight when he beat Hapu up like that, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Dog, when you put an ass whooping on somebody, when you look at the ref like, ref, you gonna get him? You're not gonna. All right, fuck it. All right, dog. And when you end up in the hospital, blame it on the ref because I told him to come save you. He ain't want to save you.
And that's funny you said it because what you said was true, because I heard David Morrell say a guy like the Mexican Monster, we will take his shoes.
Right. I'm like, dog, that man been so crazy to David Benavidez. They talking about, oh, David Benavidez said, oh yeah, I'm gonna sign the contract and I'm gonna handle that little bitch. What? That's all you got to say? Man, dog, I'm like, hey,
when it came to the white boy, he about to fight bread, man.
Right. He trying trying to go through everything. And then you got a daggone Cuban out this joint trying to take your head off, and you like, man. I ain't even work out this morning, man. You
My man said when he said I'm gonna take his shoes off. You don't let no man tell you I'm gonna take your shoes from you. He said a guy like David Benavidez walks around Cuba barefoot because we take the shoes off of him. What do you say? Shoot to my man Josh. He said, shaking my head, my world even talk about Benavidez family. He do. So I think his dad got to stop drinking, man. That's his problem, man. Salute to my man Marky Dan. He said, "What's bro? This is my man D Free, man. Paul. That boy D Free is hilarious, man."
No, man, I'm just saying, this man, he the Mexican Mars, and he jumps out there anytime somebody say something. And if he thinks somebody said his name, that man pulling up. This man, David Morrell, said, man, where that little bitch at? I'm going to fuck him up. That man was like, man, I done gave my life to God. I ain't even fight no more, man. You talking about my brother. That's my brother. I ain't say that. No, that was my brother.
Yeah, he did say that. He told old Pegley, he said it was old Pegley that said that, not me.
Right. He's like, man, that was my brother, dog. I done gave my life to God, man.
And you know what's funny? The cap that you get in boxing, man, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like boxing is a big soap opera, man. You notice that? It never changes, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying it's a big soap opera. I mean, you got Days of Our Lives, you got All of My Children, General Hospital, you got all that wrapped in one.
Hey, it's funny too, man, because I remember when Tank had a fight, every time Tank got a fight, Devin Haney saying his name. I don't think I heard Devin Haney even mention Tank. I don't think he used the word T in a while, man. Dog. What's going on with that, man?
That's what KO been saying. KO been like, man, where's that same energy you had right before you fought Loma? When you had that fight signed for Loma, you was about to fight Loma. All you talking about? Oh yeah, we want Tank. This Tank giving. It's Tank giving. That's all Bill Haney care about. It's Tank giving, and I'm like, okay, yeah. We want that fight. Tank said after he finished with Ryan Garcia and you finished with Loma, we're going to get this fight. So we all waiting for this fight to happen. And Tank said at his press conference, they were like, what you think about Devin? Man, I'm not talking about Devin right now. This is my time. We'll talk about Devin May 20th after he finished with his fight. I'm like, bad. That's what I'm talking about. He said he's going to call him out after May 20th. May 20th come.
Come and go.
We ain't hear nothing. I'm like, they said, Devin, are you going to fight Tank? They're like, oh man, I'm not talking about Tank right now, man. I mean, Shakur Stevenson jumping in the ring and shit, trying to get my face. I ain't thinking about Tank. I'm trying to figure out what this little light skinned motherfucker over here doing.
Hey,
I thought we supposed to be cool. He jumping in the ring.
Hey, what get me is I miss people like Shannon Briggs and Mike Tyson because you couldn't beat Shakur with all that jewelry on and one of them guys not grab it off your neck. No. Not even just to grab it. I mean, Devin ain't do nothing, man.
I don't know. I'm like, dog, I understand. You talking about you want more than 25%, nigga, but you keep coming to the ring with all these goddamn chains on. Niggas like that. Oh, nigga, you already got money, nigga. You don't need more than 25%, nigga. You already got money.
Hey, that's that trunk jewelry. I remember. Shout out to my man Brian Glaze Gibbs. One time he was telling me this story. A dude had a bunch of chains on. I'm like, man, what is that? All that S on his neck. So he went and get it off his neck. Took it in. It was all fake. So it could be that too, man. Let me read a couple of these comments real quick. My bad. Salute to my man Big Ray says WWE box. I hate not saying WWF, bro. I hate that. And then he said, I'll never forget when Benavidez was reading the trash talk off his phone. But you remember when Dave was doing that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was starting to think my man Benavidez might be slow or something.
Dog, it's not even that David Benavidez is slow. David Benavidez, he is shook. He know. I'm trying to tell you. See, this is what people say. People say, "Oh, David Benavidez, he got the experience over Morrell and this that. Morrell only got 9 fights or whatever. I said, dog, what y'all have to realize is David Benavidez learned how to fight in the pros. He didn't have an amateur background. I think he had like 15 fights in the amateurs. He learned how to fight in the pros. Morrell had a hell of an amateur background. I think he only lost like 12 fights out of like 200 fights. He only lost like 12 of them joints. And he was the youngest Olympian and all this. I'm like, dog.
Yeah, he was a dog, man.
Dog, that man got the experience from the amateurs. We saw what happened when he got in the pros. They put that man on a fast track, and he hasn't looked back yet.
Not yet. He looked like the real deal.
Right.
He looked like the real deal.
That man want David. What David Benavidez don't want to be is he don't want to be that nigga that Morrell beat his ass and his motherfucking career just skyrocket. That's what he don't want. He don't want Morrell to beat his ass and his career take off and David Benavidez's career either plateau or it goes down. That's what he don't want.
It's midnight though, D3. That's the thing. I don't think people realize it's midnight. It's midnight for Devin Haney. It's midnight for David Benavidez because really, I'm starting to think these guys are not as good as advertised. Salute to my man Marky Dancer. Y'all see Kambosos beg Shakur the fight. But I also heard Kambosos say, "Why don't you fight Devin Haney with 25%?" I'm thinking, what? What are you doing?
Nah, actually, Shakur said he wasn't fighting no Kambosos. He said he'll beat the shit out of Kambosos. He's like, man, I'm not wasting my time with Kambosos. He's like, hey, I'm not wasting my time with Kambosos. I'll beat the shit out of Kambosos.
He did say he couldn't have said that to my face, man. I don't know why Kambosos ain't slap him or something, man. That's what's missing in fight, man. You gotta like touch their ego, pause, man. If you hit that ego, that's when you'll get them fights.
See, the thing is, they know who to do it with because they ain't doing that shit with Tank. They ain't doing that shit with Tank. They know damn well if they do that shit with Tank and they get in the ring with Tank, Tank is gonna put your ass to sleep early. He's not even gonna wait later in the fight. He gonna put your ass to sleep. You saw what happened when he got in there with Rolly.
Oh man, he was talking to Rolly so crazy.
Rolly talking all that shit. They get to the motherfucker way and Tank gave him a little nudge. That nigga went flying off the goddamn stage. They get in the ring and Rolly throw that same motherfucking shot and Tank just dipped out the way. Tank wasn't even trying to knock him out. He was just trying to catch him and dip off and catch him with a right hook. It just so happened that left hand was just on point and it knocked his ass clean out. That nigga hit that rope. And he been a meme ever since. And then we saw what happened with Ryan. Ryan kept saying, "Oh, 2 rounds. I'm gonna knock you out. 2 rounds.
2 rounds.
Yeah, okay. You thought Tank forgot about that. He hit your ass to the goddamn that rib, and it was nah, man. I'm not getting up.
Hey, Ryan quit, man. Ryan a little different. Ryan quit, bro.
Actually, when I saw the replay, though, I felt bad for Ryan because when he went down, he looked at Tank like, please don't hit me again, dog. You see, I can't get up, dog. Please don't hit me again, man.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of what's the guy? Remember Victor Cruz when he quit the fight and said, "I don't deserve to get punished like this."
Right.
That's what that made me think of when he did that. I don't need to be getting punished like this.
They won't do that. They're not gonna do that to Tank. They know Tank.
Why not? Why not? If this is the thing, if you go at Tank, you're gonna get the fight. I don't understand why somebody just won't come at Tank. Like if I was Devin Haney, I would have just won it.
It's not the fact that they're gonna get the fight. See, this is what I peeped. That's what I peeped. I peeped it a long time ago, but I just ain't saying nothing. I just let everybody draw their conclusion. It's not the fact that they could get the fight because Tank. We already know Tank sent you a contract. You got to take that fight. He sent you a contract. You got to take the fight. The thing is, these niggas want money. They like, shit, this Tank Davis, I want money. So they're going to try to get the biggest bag they can get. And if they know, okay, Tank Davis sent me a contract, I got to take whatever he sent me because it's Tank Davis. I can't say no. I've been asking to fight him all this time. He finally sent me a contract. I can't say no. Same thing with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was asking for that fight, and he sent him a contract. They were like, it took him 2 weeks. But he signed it. He was like, do I really want this dude? No, I mean, I know I said I wanted to fight, but And Oscar was like, Tank ain't playing.
Tank's
He
a
gonna come in
beast.
and knock
What do you
your
say?
ass
Tank's a
out.
beast. Tank's a beast.
Tank ain't playing. He gonna knock your ass out. You better
He
be
said
prepared.
that quick too.
You better be
Hey,
prepared because he gonna knock you out. But but if Tank sent him a contract, they gotta take it. And see, I don't think Devin Haney is willing to take anything Tank sent him. And see, and I know I hear a lot of his fans saying, well, if Tank sent him a contract, he gotta sign it. I don't want to hear that. But there's going to they say that now. The same way they said after the Lomachenko fight was over with, all we want to see is Tank Davis and Devin. We don't want to hear about 140. We don't want to hear about Shakur. We want to see Tank and Devin. But as soon as he beat Loma and he had a little bit of adversity, it was kind of
quiet.
low. Now he's talking going to 140. Now everybody said, oh, well, he got options. He done undisputed champion. He got options. No, that's not what y'all said before the fight happened.
No.
That is not what y'all was saying.
Salute to
Y'all
my
was
man
saying y'all don't
Smoke.
want nothing else but Tank Davis after this fight happened. Now all of a sudden he got options. I'm like, man, all right. I see how y'all is. I see how y'all are.
You know what it is, man. You know what it is,
are.
man. I keep saying this, man. Bill Haney's a pimp, bro. He's an Oakland nigga. That's what the Oakland dudes do, man. He's a pimp. He flew. I don't know. Did you hear your boy Bill Haney telling Devin Haney, use your brick hand? Like, ain't that something?
No,
ain't that something they say for Tank?
I heard that. But what I listened to was Devin Haney saying, "Man, this nigga know what I'm doing. he know what I'm doing." So if Loma know what you're doing, you know damn well Tank gonna know what the fuck you doing. And when Tank hit your ass, you ain't coming back.
It's time to take a shower. That's the thing.
You better hope you can walk out of the ring when he hit your ass.
Salute to my man Naka. He said, let one of them boys get face to face with Tank. The whole gonna come out of. Only person that I think is going, and I think he's gonna beat Tank easy is Tio. Tio's gonna be the one to beat the life out of Tank. He gonna beat the sleeves off Tank.
Man, that's not beating no
he gonna beat the sleeves off him, man.
Stop the bullshit.
Come on, be free. Are you serious? Are you serious? You think Tank can beat Tio?
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God! Who is he fought? Who is he fought that could compare it with Tio them fought? Tell me that.
Who is Tio fought?
Tio beat Josh Taylor, probably a Hall of Famer. Beat Loma, probably a Hall of Famer.
And I think Tank can beat both of them.
Could he beat him? Can he beat him?
He beat somebody that I don't think Tank can beat. I can see if you say he beat Earl Spence or he beat he beat motherfucking Bud Crawford, or he beat Boots. I can see if you said somebody like that. You said some people that I think Tank can beat. I think Tank can beat Josh Taylor.
You think he can beat? But why did he fight Josh Taylor when Josh Taylor had all the belts? He kept calling Tank's name. But see, I'm gonna put it like this: nobody brings up how that boy Tank ducked Lomachenko. Lomachenko early in Tank's career won that fight. Go ahead.
See, this is what I keep hearing. Y'all can't have it both ways. And I hear this. I keep hearing this from y'all. And y'all want it both ways. Y'all can't eat it too. Y'all said y'all want Tank Davis to leave Floyd because Floyd is not getting him the big fights. Now y'all saying, oh, Tank Davis ducked this person. Why Tank Davis ain't fight? Because it was Floyd and Leonard Allaby making his fights. We didn't heard Tank say, I never called for no fights. I just fought who they put in front of me. I never called for the big fight. Whoever they gave me, that's who I fought. So how we saying Tank Davis ducked somebody when we know that it was Leonard Allaby and Floyd giving him the fights?
Loma said, I'm not a businessman. I'm just a fighter. Can I get the fight? And Floyd said, no, you're gonna wait till we ready to fight you. That's what Floyd said. It's on tape, man. You can't delete the tape.
It's not on tape. If it was on tape, Tank would have fought motherfucking Gary Russell. Tank said, I fight Gary Russell. Floyd said, no, you're not fighting Gary Russell. Gary Russell been calling for Tank for years. Even when they was at 126, he's been calling for Tank for years. He will not let Tank fight Gary Russell. Floyd said, this is my money man. I'm not going to put him in a fight that I think that he might have some adversity. He's not ready for those guys yet. But as he was moving forward, we saw Tank can handle himself. You don't need to protect him. But Floyd still had that motto. No, I just want to make money off this motherfucker. If we could take a fight that is least competitive, but it still make big money, we're gonna take that fight, and that's what he was doing.
So why don't they get?
I saw the play for Floyd. He said, "Okay, we know the money comes from the Mexican fan base and the black fighters. I mean, the black fan base. So we're going to keep putting them in there with Mexican fighters because they're going to pay to see their fighters fight." And he's fighting against Tank Davis. Everybody want to see Tank Davis lose. They want to see Tank Davis get the knockout. So it's going to be a big fight. That's what the Floyd was doing. The same thing that Floyd was doing when he was fighting. He was getting there with a lot of Mexicans, a lot of Latinos, because that's where the money was coming from, because they're going to support their fighters and they want to see Floyd lose.
But Floyd did fight all the bro. Only person Floyd missed was Paul Williams. But I can say I read something where Paul Williams said he was never offered that fight. That's the only person you can really say that Floyd missed was Paul Williams. Everybody else he fought.
What's going on, Skywalker? Appreciate you coming through, man. Yeah, but Paul Williams, that's a fight that Paul Williams even said himself. That fight was never presented to him or Floyd.
Yeah.
So neither one of them ducked each other because it was never presented to him.
I'm gonna read a couple of these comments real quick. Suit to my man Josh said these fighters scared to lose they owe. That's why they go through hell to get the big fights respectfully. And then he said, my man Marky Dan said David Benavidez wanted to be Diego Corrales after Diego got dog walked by Floyd. He was long back to the ring. Hey man, I like Chico, man. He rough, man. He did get beat to death though. He really did. What did he say? The second round gave him flashbacks from Luke Campbell. You rough, man. Yo, what's good, man? My man from the Bronx. What do you say? Man, Ryan ain't quit. No, Ryan quit, bro. Ryan quit, man.
Ryan quit.
When Ryan looked up and he looked at the ref, he could have easily got up, man. We see Oscar. Oscar was rolling around like a doggone beetle, man.
He could have got up, but he knew if he would have got up, it was going to be lights out. And he was like, "Nah, I'm not having that nigga put me to sleep. I'm going to go ahead and take this 10 count, and I'm good." And he beat me. He the better man tonight. I'm gonna take this 10 count, and then I get up to fight another day. Nah.
He said Ryan had flashbacks of Luke Campbell in that second round with Tank. He went, and you know what made me laugh? When he went down, my man Ryan went down like a ton of bricks, man. I was like, whoa, Tank barely hit you, man.
I thought he was. I thought he was done in. I thought
he was done for a second.
I thought he was dropped the first time. I was like, oh, he knocked him out that quick. And he got back up. I was like, oh, okay. It's gonna be a little longer. I thought he was done early. I think
did
that
too.
Second round.
Yeah, I was the second round. I thought you better go take a shower, man. It was over.
I was like, damn, he done that quick. And then he got up. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, say, damn. You said 2 rounds, but you ain't said it was gonna be you in 2 rounds.
Hey, what my man Big Ray say? Brickhand. Yeah, but you know what it is? I gotta say this, man. When you talk about Devin Haney's dad, he's a true con artist. All he does is go to these great trainers. And the moment that he feel like his son could go to autopilot, he takes back over. Whether it's Floyd Sr., whether it's Joel Judah, whoever the case may be. I think Mickey Bay was in his corner at one time. It seemed like all he wanted to do is have these guys train his son, and once his son go to autopilot, he want to take back over. And I'm telling you, go ahead.
The thing is, it's the same thing with T.O.'s father, Jose Benavidez. The only one I can say that is pretty decent is Angel Garcia. He's pretty decent.
And Bozy. I say Bozy too.
Yeah, and Bozy. But yeah, those guys, what it is they have too much pride. They want to be the ones to say, yeah, I got my son to being this great. I got my son to being that great. They don't want nobody else to get the credit for getting their son up there. I'm like, dog, you got your son to this point. You can't get him no further because this is as much as you know. He knows just as much as you know. You need to say somebody that's been in the game for years that knows more than you, that can take him further. You can't take him no further because you ain't been in the game that long. The only fighter you had was your son. So it's not like you had a bunch of other fighters before your son got to fighting. No, your son was the one that got you in the game. You got him in the game. He got you in the game. Y'all got each other in the game. So that's what I'm saying. It's the same way with them. It's like, but Jose, I mean, T.O.'s father, he absolutely don't know shit. He don't know shit.
You know what he say? Get that bum out of here.
No, that nigga, that dude.
Get this bum out of here. That's what he said.
That dude don't know shit. That dude, he
Hey, but
absolutely don't know nothing.
we gotta give him credit though, D Free. That game plan he had against Josh Taylor was excellent, man. That
That
was
wasn't
excellent
his
game.
game plan.
Whose game
That
plan was that?
that was the nigga that was getting him into that when we saw they had that interview and he was working out with the trainer,
The Mexican dude?
no, the black dude, what was he, his weight trainer.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
That was the one that gave him the daggone energy to be able to bounce around that goddamn ring.
He looked like the old Tio with my man.
That's what I'm saying. It was that dude. That dude was the one that was able to get him where he didn't feel like his daggone chest was going to explode.
He definitely was in great shape. Salute to my man AB, says salute BVO, salute D Free. He said time to take a shot. Hey, that's what you do with Tank. If you mess around and get hit by a Tank, man, it's time to go get the shower, man. I hate to say it, but that's what he do.
You be lucky if you go hit the shower. You might be getting woken up. You might be sitting there looking like Leo, sleeping in the corner with a smile on your face.
Hey, Leo was out cold, man.
No, Leo was sitting there looking like he had the best sleep in his life. That man was like, man, y'all know I went through 8 weeks of training for this sleep, man. Don't wake me up. He was out there joint singing Christopher Williams. If I'm dreaming, don't wake me.
Hey, that's like about like you can't take a nap in the middle of the ring like that, man. I don't think we see him since.
Daggone shit, Manny Pacquiao took a nap in the middle of the ring when daggone what's face caught him. That man,
yeah, he did.
Legs crossed and everything. He was like, if Manny could take a nap in the ring, I could take a nap in the ring too. I'm in the corner. I ain't in the middle of the ring. I'm in the corner.
That's crazy, man. He said you saying his brick hand harder than your brick. Pause, Marty D. You gotta clean your language up, man. You sick, man.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Skywalker.
What he said, I agree. I think Tank will beat them both. Marky Dad said you say that, but Tio did. And he said, yo, what's good? Done got free, started shaking my head. What's good? What's going on, brother? My man Tom from the Bronx. Salute to my man Prize Fighter. My man Skywalker said, what's good? What's up with you? Hey, but you know the funny thing about it, man? He took his head. Oh, what's up? Hold on 1 second. Hey, Ryan's, you know what it is? I thought Ryan was gonna be like Oscar, man. And every time I try to replace Oscar as, you know, my favorite, because I don't care what nobody say. You can. Let me ask you this, D Free. Do you agree with me? You gotta have a Spanish fighter when you're talking about fight. Am I wrong to think that, or is that what you think?
You said you gotta have a what?
You gotta have a Spanish fighter. You gotta have a Spanish fighter. If you're gonna have all these black fighters, you gotta have a Spanish fighter in the mix. Am I wrong for thinking that?
I'm not gonna say you wrong for thinking that. I mean, I can understand if you don't have a Spanish fighter. I can understand if you don't.
You think boxing's the same without it? Because I think the thing that made Oscar so great was that he was Spanish and that he wanted to get up there and fight everybody. You don't think that helped?
I mean, that helped because he didn't duck nobody. That definitely helped because anytime somebody get in there, he don't duck nobody, and he beat majority of the fighters that he get in there with. That definitely puts you on a level that a lot of people not on. But I mean, like I said, I wouldn't say that there's no good Spanish fighters. There's a lot of good Spanish fighters, but
no, I'm not saying there's not any good ones. I mean, because one of them right now is at the top of the game, Canelo Alvarez. I mean, I'm just more or less saying, do you see
Canelo top of the game?
Oh, come on! How is he not? How is he not? Hold on, let me ask you a couple questions, D. Because I know how you get. Did you not see Canelo sell 200,000 pay-per-views, right?
Did I not see Canelo sell 200,000 pay-per-views?
Yeah, you see that he sold 200,000 pay-per-views, correct?
Yeah.
So, and against a guy who they said, hey, this guy ain't nobody, blah, blah, blah. So Canelo sold the fight against that guy by himself. Am I wrong to think that?
No.
So you telling me he's the cash cow still, and everybody want to see him fight? And then on top of that, is he about to fight Jermell Charlo next?
Mm-hmm.
So he about to fight the #1 pound for pound dude in boxing next. What more can I say other than that dude Canelo is at the top of the game?
No,
you can't.
He's not.
You can't.
He's not.
You can't argue the truth, man.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
You can't argue the truth. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why. He sold 200,000 pay-per-views, 230,000, 240, whatever the number was. He sold those pay-per-views with John Ryder because there's 230,000 Mexicans in this motherfucker that willing to see his ass fight. I can tell you right now, it ain't a lot of motherfuckers black Americans that paid for that shit because they was like, man, John Ryder, you had the opportunity to fight David Benavidez, you picked John Ryder. Man, nobody watching that shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, I haven't bought Canelo Alvarez fight since he fought Caleb Plant. That's the last fight that I saw Canelo Alvarez fight. I haven't seen him fight since then. I will be watching him when he fight Jermell though.
Will it be the Canelo that fought? Will it be the Canelo that fought Austin Trout, or the Canelo that fought Danny Jacobs? Is that going to be the Canelo we're going to see versus against Jermell? What do you think?
It don't matter which one we see. I think Jermell gonna beat the shit out of Canelo.
I think so too.
I think we're gonna see the Canelo Alvarez that fought Triple G the last time.
Oh no! If he do that, he get knocked out.
We might even see the Canelo Alvarez that just fought John Ryder. We might see that Canelo Alvarez. That's the most recent one. That's the most recent one. And
I hope not.
A lot of people will say, "Oh, Canelo Alvarez is old, this, and that." Y'all do realize Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo are the same age. Their birthdays is a couple of months apart. Their birthdays is a couple of months apart. They the same age. Them, Earl Spence, all the niggas the same age. So
yeah,
y'all say he old. No, only thing that's old is that nigga started fighting at 16 and he fought like 45 tomato cans before he got up there and started fighting some real competition.
One man Josh said, I don't care. Ryan Garcia pulled a no mas when he was on one knee and shook his head no. He said, man, that fight wouldn't have lasted 20 seconds if Ryan got up. No, he was going to really punish Ryan. He's going to punish Ryan.
That's what I just told you. Ryan looked at him and was like, man, don't hit me no more, dog. I'm down. Don't hit me no more. And he looked at the ref. He was like, man, ref, I don't know what the fuck you counting for. I'm not getting up. Hurry up and get the 10, dog. Hurry up and get the 10.
And he was counting slow.
That man said 10. He's like, all right, let me go to my corner.
Then he got up. As soon as he said 9, he got up.
No, that man waited till he said 10. He said, go ahead, hurry up and get the 10. As soon as he said 10, that nigga Ryan hopped up and walked straight to the corner. Joe Goose said, it was the rib. He was like, yeah, it was the rib. I told you it was going to be the rib. I told you.
It's the rib. He did say that.
He said, it was the rib.
It was the rib.
Yeah, it was the rib. He said, I told you.
Hey, what's that movie where my man say, can I get one rib?
I'm going to get you sucker, Chris Rock.
Yeah. He put some pop in my hand for 5 cents.
All right. That nigga said 10. That nigga, no, he was kneeling down. That nigga said 10. All right.
Hey, he got him right up too.
That man got up quick. As soon as he said 10, he was like, all right, cool.
Oh man, my stomach hurt loud about that. He said, I gotta go to work early tomorrow. I might be catching the fight on my phone. Oh, my man Prize Fighter said, put me in. I got you, man. What do you say? Canelo, man, Big Ray. Come on, Canelo's not overrated, bro.
Dog, Canelo, I'm gonna put it like this. Canelo, I wouldn't say he's overrated. I would say he's a hype job. Because
D3, come on, D3.
No, I gotta understand what I'm saying. The reason why I say he's a hype job is because he get a lot of hype, but he's not fighting the top competition. So that's why I say he's a hype job. I'm not saying that he can't beat him. He arguably could beat all of those guys because Canelo can fight. But he's not fighting those guys. That's the same way if Floyd Mayweather was Floyd Mayweather, and we saying, damn, Floyd Mayweather good as shit. Can't nobody fuck with his defense, but he's not fighting none of the top guys. he just fighting all of the guys that the top guys already beat. And you be like, okay, well, he ain't fighting none of those top guys. But shit, that nigga defense good as shit. Against who? Against who?
D3, come on, man. Come on. He beat Austin Trout. D3, he beat Austin Trout was a monster. You know that. Austin Trout was a monster at that time.
Austin Trout was not no goddamn monster. I'm going to tell you what Austin Trout was. Austin Trout was motherfucking Keith Thurman.
Oh, well, that's a monster. What are you talking about?
I mean,
that's
I'm sorry.
There you go.
He wasn't Keith Thurman. He wasn't Keith Thurman. He was a guinea pig. That's what he was.
Oh, he was a guinea pig.
Because Floyd said, if you beat Austin Trout, then I'll fight you. He was a guinea pig. He was a guinea pig. That's what he was. He was a guinea pig.
Austin Trout was tough, man. Come on, man. What he saying?
They did the same thing to Sean Porter and Keith Thurman. Floyd, they said they wanted to fight Floyd. Floyd said, okay, y'all want to fight me? Fight Earl Spence first. You beat Earl Spence, then I'll give you the fight. Them niggas like, Earl Spence? Man, fuck no. I ain't fighting that motherfucker, Earl. You crazy as hell. No, I guess we ain't fighting Floyd, dog. He told you got to fight Earl, but we ain't fighting Floyd. I'm not fighting.
Well, my man Tommy said, I think Canelo going to win. No, Canelo might go to sleep, man.
Dog,
he
Canelo
said, hold on one second. What he say? Canelo, best chance of beating Charlo to the body. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I just think Canelo. If it was earlier in Canelo's career, I would say, okay, yeah, Canelo might beat Jamel, because Jamel wasn't as disciplined as he is now, and Canelo wasn't as worn down as he is now. Now Canelo, he's an old 33. The man got 60 fights. He's an old 33. So yeah, he got bad knees. He had a lot of fights, and he got a stamina problem. You not beating no motherfucker Charlo with stamina problem and bad knees, dog. You not.
Hold on, D3. We gotta go back. We gotta go back to what you said, bro. Austin Trout was tough, man. What are you talking about?
At Austin Trout, time in his career, yes. At one
That's when Canelo fought him. That's when Canelo fought him. Yes, it was.
If that's the case, what did Austin Trout do after he fought Canelo? What did he do?
He did nothing.
Exactly. That was the end of his career. Exactly. Exactly. That was the end of his career. So I can understand. I can understand if he beat Austin Trout and then Austin Trout went out there and he fought Triple G, beat Triple G, or gave Triple G a hell of a fight or something like that, and he fought a couple of other people. Then you be like, okay, yeah, Austin Trout still had some fight in him. It just Canelo was better that night. Austin Trout was old as shit. He was at the end of his career. That nigga.
No, he wasn't, man. You gotta remember. Hold on. Before you get in, Marky, I know you want to talk crazy. I know that's what you do. Before you get in, let me do something real quick. Before you get in, let me snatch your chain real quick, Marky.
Man, hell no. My granny gave me that chain. Get that shit back, nigga.
Before you get in,
we been squabbling in the streets, boy. Never.
Hey, but y'all gotta remember that Canelo had defended the 154 belt, the WBA and WBC belt at 154 against Trout, and then he fought Canelo. I mean, then he fought Floyd. So he wasn't no.
And why didn't Floyd fight for those belts?
Floyd didn't care about the belts.
No, Floyd didn't fight for those belts because Canelo wanted a fucking catch weight.
Oh, that was Canelo now. Come on, man.
No. Hold on.
Oh, Canelo came in and
Canelo, he did propose that catchweight. I can't lie, he did. But I think Floyd, he proposed a weight, but Floyd said, I ain't fighting your ass without a catchweight. But they let Canelo decide what the weight would be.
No, Floyd said,
hold on. Before y'all go.
He said, I fight you at 154. Canelo said, I wanted a catchweight.
Hey, D3.
That's some retarded shit by Canelo.
I gotta say this. Low blow. I'm not Mexican, bro. Quit saying that corny stuff, bro. I'm not Mexican.
What's that?
No, my dude, Low blow always say I'm Mexican because I like Mexican style. Hey, I'm in freaking Cleveland.
You on Porter? Thomas?
What's up, Tommy?
What's good, bro? What's going on?
What's going on, man?
What's good, D? What's going on?
Do you hear this cat from D3, man?
Bro.
He said Austin Trout was nobody. Come on, tell him.
No. I said Austin Trout was nobody when Canelo fought him.
No, but you gotta remember that fight because of the open scoring changed the way Trout fought those last 3 rounds. Because the open scoring was bullshit. Nah, it mattered because they had Canelo up big and Canelo was not up big that fight. So Trout had to change it and chase, fight. He was more open to getting hit in that fight.
No, I don't care what you say about that. If you was a good fighter, you a good fighter. Trout was old at that time. He was done. He didn't do nothing after that. Even if Canelo won that fight and Trout was still good and Canelo won that fight, you would have heard something else after that. Trout didn't do nothing.
Didn't Trout just beat Cotto? And Cotto ended up fighting. They were about the same age. He wasn't old that fight.
Did you talking about old ass Cotto?
The same Cotto that fought Canelo as well.
Now, me and you both Puerto Rican. You know damn well Cotto was old as shit.
He wasn't old as shit. He had a lot of miles on him, but he wasn't old as shit.
Okay, you could say he wasn't old as shit, but he had a lot of miles. Whether you young and you got a lot of miles, or you old with a little bit of miles, you old as shit in boxing.
Hey, it's hard to do that, man. It's hard to go back and forth with D3, man. He's hilarious, bro. I was snatch his chain for saying that crazy stuff. Give me that chain, D3.
No, my chain stay right here. That chain stay right here.
Hey,
my grandmama gave me this chain.
hey, Tom, what he do is this is what D3 do, man. He go in the booth all the time. When it comes to somebody, if you don't like him, he going in the booth, man. He going right in the booth, man.
No, he gonna say Trout beat Diego Sanchez in bare knuckle boxing. MMA fighter that is old as hell too. and that nigga can't even box anyway.
That was after the fact. That was
that was just last year.
Yeah, that was way after though. I just wanted to bring the point about the open scoring because the open scoring changed the dynamics of the fight.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna put it like this:
because I thought
with the open scoring, Trout at that time, Trout was a veteran. Canelo was
but the scores he was down big.
Canelo was like 23, 24. At that time, you looking at that, you're like, hold on, they got this little young nigga. What?
D3 had 30 fights. D3, what are you talking about? He was he got 30 fights.
No, he had 40 fights. I'm saying
he had 40.
That's what Trout was thinking. Trout should be thinking, look, I'm gonna beat this little young nigga ass. They got him winning. I'm about to knock this little young dude out. They got him.
When they do the open scoring, after 4, 8, and what was it? Or after 3 rounds or whatever, 3, 6, 9 or something like that. Because it was after the 9th.
I think it was like the 6th, 8th round around there.
They need to do.
Did he get knocked down in the 9th round or something like that?
They need to do that open.
No, it was the 6th round he got knocked down in. I remember.
Okay.
I don't know why BVO like to bring up Austin Trout. That's what he does. He comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I ain't thought about Austin Trout in a million fucking years, bro.
BVO brings up Austin Trout.
And that's the thing. That's why a lot of people say, "Oh, Canelo this, Canelo that," because he got a lot of names on it. But you got to look at the time that he fought those names.
Yeah, when they were old.
You know he beat Sugar. Hold on, pause. You know he beat Sugar Shane Mosley. You know that, right?
Sugar Shane
Mosley was
40 damn years old, BVO.
I was like, you know he beat him.
If you look over Canelo resume, the biggest wins on his resume are old fighters: Triple G, Cotto, Kovalev, motherfucking Floyd. That's a big name on his resume. That dude, he don't go for young dudes like Benavidez or Morrell. He wants them to get a little bit of age, a little bit of fights in them.
When he fought Sugar Shane Mosley, Shane Mosley just got finished being punished by Mayweather.
No. Embarrassed.
Hey Tom, it's clear you're not a Canelo Mayweather fan. Yeah. It's clear because for me, I'm gonna be honest. When you talk about Brandon Rios, Canelo, AB. They was the first young niggas getting big paydays doing their thing. That's why I'm a big fan of these guys. I don't know how you can handle Canelo. And everybody said if Canelo take the tough fights for PBC, they're gonna start being Canelo fans again. Because I'm sure all of us was Canelo fans at one time.
Yeah, I definitely was. I definitely was Canelo fan.
Until I seen that nigga say, Jamal's my mandatory. Man, fuck that. I ain't fighting him.
Nah.
Boo Boo got the
No, he got a franchise fight.
Hey, that wasn't even it. That wasn't even it. What got me was when he gave his WBC belt to Triple G. And HBO was pissed that Canelo wasn't taking his fight. And they built Triple G up all crazy. And when he didn't take that fight, I was like, yo, this dude crazy, man. Why he don't want to fight the bull?
So
that's when
I knew the nigga was a hype job when he said he wanted to be when he said he wanted to be undisputed at 160, and then Boo Boo had the WBO. He was like, that nigga got that. Man, I don't even want that daggone undisputed title, man.
What the fuck you say?
That's what I mean. Like,
nah, for me, when I was done with Canelo is when he was talking about Usyk and going up to heavyweight and doing that, bruh. I was over with from that. It's like you on some cornball shit.
Yeah,
but he was trying to fight MacBook. Y'all keep
see y'all gave him
that was some bullshit too, BVO.
Yo, but y'all gave him chance after chance.
But y'all,
chance, dog. Hold on, y'all gave him chance after chance.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Hold on. Y'all gave him chance after chance. When he surrendered his WBC title to Triple G, I was out. What y'all mean? Y'all gave him chance.
I didn't give him chance after chance. I said I'm not fucking with that nigga when he was at 154 and he said he didn't want to fight Jamal Charlo and he got the franchise belt and that nigga's like, man, fuck, I'm not fighting Jamal or Jamel. And when they was all at 154, he
that
like, I'm not fighting even one of them.
That franchise belt.
I said
that was at 60, wasn't it?
No, you talking about when they could have fought at 54.
When Jamal was his at 60 he was his mandatory, but he could have fought Jamel and Jamal at 54. Y'all remember when they took the picture together? They came up together. They took a picture together.
Yeah, they're all from the same class.
Because Jamal was supposed to get that opportunity to fight Floyd, because Jamal was right there to fight Floyd, and Floyd gave the opportunity to Canelo. And so ever since then, I was like, I'm looking at Canelo a little funny. I was like, hold up, this nigga Floyd gave Canelo that shit. You supposed to get that shit to Jamal. Jamal was right there the whole time.
My thing is this. How could y'all let him get past him surrendering his 160-pound middleweight title to Triple G?
They made him a franchise champion. He's a champion.
It was no franchise stuff back then when Canelo was at 160 when he was fighting.
He invented
Triple
the franchise belt.
There was no franchise title back when Canelo fought Triple G the first time at 160.
Oh, you talking about 160?
He gave his. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to ask y'all. Y'all let him get past him surrendering the WBC. I don't care what the WBC. And he dropped the belt. He don't want to fight Triple G. HBO put him in the.
Triple G's a punk, bro. That's what I'm saying. See how you talk.
I don't care what Triple G is. I'm talking about what he did.
Let me say this.
BVO.
Let me say this before y'all go. Let's remember, Triple G, the same guy that was scared to death of your boy SOG Ward, man.
Fact.
Scared to death.
But why did Canelo surrender the WBC middleweight title to Triple G? He surrendered.
Hold up, bitch. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all talking to BVO. This is the same guy that told me the other night. He's the same guy that told me the other night that if Canelo beats Jamel, he's the best Mexican fighter of all time.
No, I didn't say that. I said he's number 2. I see how you put 100 on 10.
No,
I don't even see number 2, BVO. That's some crazy shit.
You say, do we put him as the best Mexican fighter of all time? I said, hell no.
Because Oscar's the greatest.
You got Chavez, Salvador Sanchez, all them boys. They fought each other.
Salvador Sanchez does not count. That's the James Dean of boxing. He only lived like 3 years, bro. That don't count.
But when you look at his skill, I put Salvador in there. When you look at his skill set, BVO, that dude was slip. But anyway, we on Canelo ass.
In those 3 years, he fought all of the top guys that Canelo would never fight.
Fact.
Hold on. Let me read this from my man Troll. He said, "Did y'all see In the Way has agreed to use normal raps?" He said, "So Fulton stops crying and gets in the ring." Thoughts?
Yeah, Thornton ain't trying to get cheated out.
He said that.
Yeah,
I don't
looked
think
it up. He did. I looked it up. He did say that.
They be trying to do stuff. See, this is big right here. They trying to do stuff.
Scooter's a punk.
I like
man.
that shit.
Scooter's a punk, man. He's a punk.
Why is he
No, I put that shit on his trainer. I don't even think Scooter wanted his trainer to bring that shit up, to be honest.
I think he still wanted to fight, but why is he a punk though? Like if he wants a fair fight.
Hold on.
BVO just can't.
Hold on. One second. If you was here right now, man, what I gotta ask you this, man. Why are you saying this, Tom? There's no way in the world that hand wraps will even be a factor. He's gonna beat him anyway. What are you talking about? He's gonna kill him.
He's gonna beat Fulton?
He's gonna stop him.
Did you just say that hand wrap cannot be a factor?
I don't think it'd be a factor, man. You think it will?
Yeah, you ain't see what Margarito did.
That's different than Margarito.
Margarito was some different shit. He was putting slash in his glove. Come on now, don't conflate that.
That was different.
Floyd and Madonna with them gloves. Floyd was not about to fight Madonna.
No,
Madonna had soft ass gloves. Again, that don't got shit to do with hand wraps, bro.
But what I'm saying, listen what I'm saying. With the way that Inouye was wrapping his glove, he was putting the tape first, then he would put gauze, then he would put tape, then he would put gauze. But the tape that's on your skin, when it gets wet, it turns hard like a cast. That's why in the rules they said no tape on skin. It's no tape on skin because when it get wet,
they've been stacking forever. They've been stacking forever.
I mean, I'm not no.
Hold on, one at a time. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark.
No, I was just gonna say I'm not no hand wraps expert, but I've been looking at different people's opinions. Stitch Duran, Nonito's hand wrap. They all say it doesn't increase his power; it just protects his knuckles. It protects his hands because I heard Inouye has brittle hands. He done broke his hand in the past. But shit, it's not a problem no more. They wearing regular ass hand wraps. I don't want to hear this shit no more.
At BVO, Currency said.
Here we go.
Currency said BVO is sponsored by Canelo. I could agree with that.
Listen, I don't like Canelo. I don't like him ever since he popped dirty. I used to like Canelo before that, but I think he's going to beat Charlo. I really do. I think, first of all, Charlo hasn't fought him and he's been out for a while. This is the Charlo that gets hit a lot every fight. Yeah, Charlo could bang, he can hit, but his defense is really very.
But Charlo don't get tired even after a long lay.
No, I understand that, but he's gonna get hit.
All right, so it's a fight. It's a fight, my boy.
But can I say?
No, of course, it's a fight. But he was hurt against Castano.
And if Canelo get hit with that shit that John Ryder was hitting him with by Jermell Charlo, I promise you, Canelo.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Salute Miss Just Do. Salute the Miss Just Do.
Just what up, Just.
I'm gonna put it like this. I believe that Jermell hits harder than Demetrius Bivol. I believe that Jermell hits harder than John Ryder. So if he couldn't take the punishment that Demetrius Bivol was giving him, he's not standing up to Jermell. He fuck around and get stopped. Fuck around and get stopped against Jermell.
Facts. Well, and like I said, if he get tired, what Canelo start getting tired? Like 6, 7, and I guaranteed you, because Jermell Charlo is a gym rat. He's always in the gym. He's the type that stay in shape pretty much year round, regardless what you see in his personal life. I believe that Jermell Charlo stays in the gym, and I guaranteed you, he gonna come ready to fight. He know this is the biggest opportunity of his life. He is not gonna let us down.
You know, it's so funny when you saying about Tom. When you said that, man, I just thought about doing this, man. I just thought about stepping on your shoes, man. When you said that,
hey, you know what? Where my buttons at, bro? Every time I'm tired, come up on this show, I need my buttons.
Hey, I got your buttons right here. Hold on
I
one
need
second.
my buttons, dog.
Here we go, man. I'm gonna snatch your chain. I'm gonna snatch your chain right off your neck.
Don't take. You can take my chain. Don't take my beer.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't think Canelo. If this, like I said before, if this was a few years ago, Canelo might be able to beat Jermell. But I think Jermell, being though Jermell was on that big stage and he became undisputed, I think Jermell is looking at Canelo as food. He saw what Demetrius Bivol did. He's looking at Canelo as food, and he said it when he saw him fighting John Ryder. He's like, man, I could take Canelo. I could take him.
And I think he is going to take him.
I agree with you guys with that.
I think we're going to get in them deep rounds, and Jamel's going to do his thing, bro.
I agree with you, but we don't know what Jamel we're going to see here. He's been on a long layoff, and is the hand fully healed?
Tom, he broke his hand. What you want to do? Fight with one hand?
I'm just saying, but is it fully healed though?
But you got to understand, you know where
he's getting a lot of money to come to the ring.
Floyd used to damage his hands all the time, and
that's Floyd. That's Floyd.
Do you know where Jamel is coming from? Right? He's coming from that Derrick James gym, the same one that Earl Spence been having layoffs and coming in and looking like a monster.
They're two different fighters.
They got the same trainer.
All right, maybe so. Jamel looked good on a long layoff in a Tony Harrison rematch. He looked good on a long layoff in the Brian
until Harrison got sloppy because Harrison was winning that fight.
All right, and Harrison and then when Jamel put it all together, he got stopped, and then it was a long layoff in the hold on, it was a long layoff in the Undisputed Championship, and he looked fine. He got hit. It's a whole fight. You're going to get hit. I don't understand what the new generation of the boxing fans like. Oh, he gets hit a lot. It's a fight, man. The dudes get hit. You get hit. So at the end of the day, Jamel Charlo has rose to the occasion every time, and he ain't gonna let us down this time. He know this is his big chance, bro, and he gonna.
I agree. I'm not saying you're wrong by that.
Tom, you just said
that, Tom. What are you doing? You just said that.
I agree with him. He's saying that he knows it's a big fight. Of course, he knows it's a big fight. This is his big opportunity. Of course, he's going to come in prepared.
But what I'm saying is, you just said it when my man was sitting there telling you what Jamel did in the last couple of fights that he had. You said he was getting beat up until he stopped him. And
he was getting out.
He might get hit a couple of times. He might get hit a couple of times by Canelo, and then he's going to stop him because Canelo's old, dog. I'm telling you, Canelo's old.
And it's not like
Harrison's power and Canelo's power are two different punches, though. That's what
Canelo don't. Canelo don't have that power that he had at 154. He don't have that.
No, he don't have that anymore. No,
he don't have that power.
And Jamel don't got to cut all the way to 54. He gonna come in at a nice trim spot, 165, 160. He gonna probably weigh in like 167. Man, he gonna come in.
You gotta be careful though. You gotta be careful.
BVO.
Did you just watch that daggone John Ryder fight?
Yeah,
BVO was good, Brody.
He looked terrible.
What's going on, boxing? Hold on 1 second.
He was fighting in Mexico. So he was,
that's where you supposed to put on a showcase. You in front of your hometown. You supposed.
Yeah, he wasn't moving. He was getting hit too much.
Right. So if he's not doing those same things against Jamel Charlo, he's gonna be in trouble, dog.
You don't think it's a big fight for Canelo too?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, you think he's gonna fight the same way he fought Ryder?
Man, he been looking like that in his last couple of fights. So I expect
Bivens a good fighter
in his last couple of fights, bro. So I expect him to come out.
Hold on 1 second. One second. Let me let my man boxing nerd get on this. What you think about this, man? What you think about this Charlo versus Canelo fight? What you think, boxing nerd? Can you hear me?
You there?
I think he went away.
No, you good. I hear you.
Somebody say you drinking a Bud Light, Tommy.
I don't think you're going right over here. No fight over here.
Hey man, y'all stupid.
They said my man Tommy got a Bud Light.
No, he got Bud Light.
No shot. I have the camera off if you see me drinking the Bud Light. The camera be off, B.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm chilling. How are you guys doing?
How you doing, bro? What's up with you, man?
I'm chilling. My bad, yo. I've been busy. I haven't been able to jump on like I want to. But the closer this fight gets, the more I'm going with Crawford, man.
Oh, he came in the cap. Come on, man. He came up in the cap up there. Come on, man. That dude about to get beat to death, man. What are you talking about?
He just took all the eyes off me.
I'm gonna tell you what a lot of these Crawford fans saw. A lot of these Crawford fans saw Bud coming that joint looking cock diesel. They were like, "Yeah, that nigga looking like an action figure," not knowing that shit gonna take away all his stamina and he's gonna be sitting right there getting beat up like Ugas because he
When
can't
have you
move.
ever seen Crawford lose stamina, like get gassed out ever?
Hold on. Pause, man. Pause.
Let me answer the question.
Pause, man. Pause, bro. Pause.
Right.
I don't know about losing no stamina, man. Pause, man. My
Oh,
God.
come on, bro.
I heard you said
I don't think
when
that's
have
a
I
pause moment.
Paul?
Good.
You said when have I seen Crawford lose stamina like that, right?
In a fight. What the hell you think I'm talking about? You guys are
no. I'm not. I said pause. I got you. I got you. I said I'm just repeating what you said. You come in a fight, and what I'm saying is the ones I've never seen Crawford lose stamina like that in a fight, but I also never seen Crawford come in a fight looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger neither.
He's always in shape. Here's the thing.
Not like this. Boxing nerd, not like this, bro.
Yeah, it's a different level of a fight. But here's the thing.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this.
A boxing nerd got to get his audio together, bro.
You got your mic in the headlock.
We saw my man Deontay Wilder look like a monster out this joint, and then when he put on that weight to try to stay up there with Fury, we saw that man's stamina was not there. It was not there at all. He couldn't last because
but here's
he put
the
on
thing,
too much weight. That takes away from you.
I got you, but Spence is playing catch up. He's playing catch up because he hasn't been active, and in between fights, he's not really in the gym like that, is he?
Who?
We're talking about Spence. You
a lie.
Here's the thing.
Earl been inactive, bro. No, come on now.
Remember 2 fights ago, that Frank Martin fight in December? Remember that? Remember when he was wearing that colorful?
Did he just say that Spence hasn't been in the gym?
No, I'm saying he in between fights, he's not in the gym like that.
Yes, he has.
He blows up in between.
I disagree with this.
He's been in the
maybe
gym
in the past. Maybe in the past he didn't blow up. But as of late, I feel like Earl Spence has been in the gym doing what he's supposed to do, bro.
But he blows up in between fights. He gets to
I said in the past he has blown up in fights. Hold on. I said in the past he's blown up in fights, but as of late, I think he's been doing the right
in
thing.
December, you look like a whole Teletubby, bro. He looked hella big. What are you talking about?
Pause.
First of all.
Hey, yo.
First of all,
like Teletubby, like his belly was big.
First of all, you looking at pictures and saying, "Oh, Earl's no homo."
It was a whole video when he did an interview. What are you talking about?
No, what I'm saying is you looking at a picture saying no homo. Earl Spence look big.
God damn, everything is a pause and a no homo for everything that you motherfuckers say.
What I'm saying is,
we try to be respectful, man. We try to be respectful.
What I'm saying is,
shout out to the homie. Hold on,
listen
real quick.
Shout out,
hold on, player. Shout out to the homie TWT, by the way. Shout out to him.
Oh, my man T. What's up, brother? What's up,
boy?
But what I'm saying is, Earl Spence has been in the gym constantly since April 16th of last year. After that fight, he went straight to the gym.
Yeah.
Guess what? And then the fight, they was negotiating. They showed clips of him in the gym still. They showed They show clips of Bud Crawford in the gym as well.
He's never left the gym.
On his birthday, he was in the gym again.
Crawford's never left the gym. So what is this?
He's been going to the gym constantly. He hasn't been in the gym every single day, but he's been going to the gym in groups.
I don't understand why we giving Earl brownie points for something that Crawford's never stopped doing. Crawford's been in the gym.
Because it's not doing it in Nebraska.
I don't care about what Crawford did. I'm just disputing what you said about what Earl Spence been doing. And I'm just telling you that's a lie.
He's playing catch up.
I don't care.
He's gonna get slept in the 9th round.
He playing catch up with who?
I don't care about that.
Crawford.
Hold on.
Only because he hasn't been active, bro. He hasn't been active.
Who is he for? Who is he for? You keep saying
he wasn't even supposed to beat Prescott earlier in his career. He's overachieved.
10 years ago?
Hold on.
Let me give you the background.
What? Okay, let the man finish, man. Go on, let him finish.
Remember, that was on a week's notice. He was supposed to be fighting at 135. The guy that he was supposed to be fighting pulled out. And he's like, yo, give me anybody. Give me anyone. They gave him Prescott at 140. He beat Prescott. He wasn't supposed to beat Prescott.
What the fuck you say?
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you facts.
Oh, you talking about Bud, not Earl? Okay.
He's talking
Yeah,
about
hold on, one at a time.
He said Bud wasn't supposed to beat Prescott. You said Bud wasn't supposed to beat Prescott, but last time I checked, Bud has never been the underdog. Never.
Wasn't he the underdog against Prescott?
No, he was the underdog against Prescott.
He was the underdog in that fight.
No, he wasn't.
No, he was
not.
not
the underdog. No, he wasn't.
But he wasn't a late replacement or something like that for that fight.
No, he was not the underdog. Bud has never been the underdog.
No, he's never been the underdog.
I'm not disagreeing with you, homie. I'm just not sure. I could be wrong, but I thought he was the underdog in the Prescott because, like,
he has never
like
been
homie said, nobody knew who Terrence was. He was a step in. So people, I don't understand how he wouldn't be an underdog, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, he was a 72-28 favorite.
Yeah. He was okay. That's
Because I'm about to say he's never been the underdog.
Since he came into the pros, he has never been the underdog. Never.
Cool.
Never.
And well, you know why?
Damn, I guess Nebraska showed up for Bud.
The reason he never been the underdog because he's that good, bro. Period.
So if he was that good, why he hasn't fight that many people?
Can I ask the panel a question?
I feel like this.
Is this panel for Errol or for?
No, we're talking about Terrence. I feel like Terrence has fought some solid competition, but I'm not disagreeing with you about the resume. But I feel like the kind of athlete he is, man, he doesn't blow up in weight. He just I'm not saying he gonna win because I rock with both of them, and I don't think I'm gonna have a pick in this fight. I'm just gonna turn it on, let him rumble, and see what happens. But I do know about Terrence Crawford, and like he's just like a super athlete. I'm gonna keep saying it. He's always in the gym. He's never out of shape ever. And
I mean, if you say he's never out of shape, what I seen in the media day workout is him having a sweatsuit trying to still lose weight.
He on
a sweatsuit.
If y'all think because Terrence Crawford had on a sweatsuit that he's out of shape, you're
what I'm saying is he was still trying to lose weight. I saw Earl Spence rehydrating.
If you do not think that Terrence Crawford is not fight ready right now, you're out of your mind. Period.
Is he on a sweatsuit?
Just because you fight ready doesn't mean that you still got weight.
3 weeks ago, they were having interviews.
Is in shape year around, BVO. We have private conversations about this.
Listen.
I don't want to listen. I don't want to listen.
No. Hold on.
Because Terrence Crawford is in shape year round. I don't want to have no debate about it.
That's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying.
No, but can I get one in?
Go ahead.
Crawford said like weeks ago he was like 5-7 pounds above weight. Like he's within the range. He has no problem making the weight. I'm worried about Earl.
What I'm saying is, I understand you saying he's in fight shape right now, but what I'm saying is Earl Spence is on weight right now. That's why he was still drinking water at the media day press out because he didn't have to cut weight. He's on weight. Bud still is cutting weight right now. He's still cutting weight. Yes, he is. He might not be cutting weight. He might not be cutting weight today. I'm guaranteeing you, he's going to be right at 147.
Who are we more worried about
making
weight? Who are we really more worried about making weight? Earl or Bud? Be honest.
I'm not worried about Bud. I'm not worried about Earl making weight. I'm not worried about Earl making weight. Earl never missed weight. Why would I be more? I'm not worried about neither one of them making weight. Neither one of them missed weight.
So then why are you so big on Crawford cutting weight all of a sudden?
No,
does he ever complain about the weight? Does he ever complain about staying at a weight class for too long?
That's the thing about Bud fans. Y'all hear one thing and go left. I said what I seen was Bud Crawford still had a sweatsuit on trying to cut weight, and Earl Spence is on weight, rehydrating in between his rounds during media day, is what I said.
Well, I'm gonna say this. If you look at this fight, I'm gonna be honest, and I want to hear from the whole panel. Do you guys think we getting sold a bill of goods? And I'm gonna say this because I'm looking at Terrence's resume, man. I think Al Heyman and Floyd and Earl is somewhere laughing behind the scenes, bro. Because he's gonna go in there and kill Bud, man. Because who has Bud really fought to tell you that he can beat the black Mexican Errol Spence? And I want to hear from everybody. Go ahead and start. I'm gonna let you start off, Marky D, because you've been quiet. Go ahead, Marky D.
You're saying who has Bud fought that leads you to believe he could beat Earl Spence?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody. There you go.
What about
Shit,
you?
I mean,
say
he
this.
fought. I mean, if you really want to say it, at welterweight, he fought the same niggas as Earl Spence,
Yeah, he
Kell
did.
Brook, and Sean Porter. Them the
Yep.
two biggest niggas on Earl Spence's
And he had
resume. I
an easier
mean,
time with him.
yeah, like
But
I don't really care about that
Earl
shit. I'm just
Spence
ready
got
for the fight. Bro.
the reason why that's like that is because Top Rank ain't had no food for Bud. So Earl Spence had a lot of more better opportunities and better big names than
Especially at welterweight.
especially at welterweight against compared to Terrence Crawford. But that don't mean Terrence can't come in here and whoop this boy. Now, don't get me wrong. I like both these brothers, man, because I root for the brothers, and you know they from over here. I'm not rooting against them, and you know, so Terrence and Bud, I mean Terrence and Bud, but Terrence and Spence, you know, I feel the same about both of them. I root for them the same. It's nothing more. I don't. You know, I might have criticized Terrence Crawford in the past about some of the moves he made, but when you all look back at it, Top Rank ain't had no food for him. That doesn't mean he can't come in here and punish Earl Spence, because I believe that he can. And just like I think Earl can destroy him.
BVO, that's a senior. That's when you was a senior in high school.
No, that's my man Prize, man. Go ahead.
What you mean by that?
What I'm saying is,
hold on, BVO. Hold on, BVO. What
you
mean? What he said? What? I mean,
talking about the video. I asked if that's BVO in high school or some shit.
He talking about the captain said, you know, when I put you in the booth, man, you was on that dance.
Yeah, BVO. See, you know the thing about it is, BVO don't allow me to control any buttons on this channel, because he knows that if I had control to the buttons, like I've been telling him behind the scenes, when we have our conversation, and I need the control. I need my wrench. And I need a bucket when I'm cooking, because like BVO be needing his chain snatch. He be needing all kind of shit happen to him. But he need to be getting smacked in the face with a pie.
Man, he need that Debo uppercut.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I need my buttons.
Hey, finish your statement, man. You talking wild. Man.
I don't want to talk. Well, I don't want to finish my statement. I'm done.
Hey, but this the thing. This is the thing I'm gonna say. Only thing is I give my man Prize Fighter a hard time, because when it comes to black fighters, they can do no wrong.
It's not about the black fighters. It's about me representing. No, this is where we go. This is where we argue at. It ain't about the black fighters. It's about me representing the fighters from the United States. I can't help it that they're black.
So let me ask you this. So if Canelo had waves in the beard, would he be on your pound for pound?
No, because he didn't cheat it with computer raw. He moves funny, so no.
Oh, he's out your pound for pound, bro. He has the best resume in the boxing.
I don't care what he got.
He's not on his pound for pound. So,
bro, Canelo not on my pound for pound. I understand.
D-Free.
He's not on my pound for pound.
D-Free, come on.
Dog, I already told you. I told you how I do my pound for pound. It has nothing to do with your accolades. When I do pound for pound,
what's your criteria? Break it down, please, my brother. I already know what you about to say. I know what you about to say. Break it down.
My criteria for pound for pound is strictly off of this fighting style versus this fighting style. If they were the same size, it has nothing to do with accolades at all.
So it's skillful.
It's two dudes in Canelo's weight class. It's two dudes.
BVO is the same. Real quick, I'm gonna let you cook. BVO is the same guy that said if Terrence Crawford and Inoue was the same size, that Inoue would beat Terrence Crawford to death.
He won. What are you talking about? He won. What are you talking about?
Now I want y'all to cook him.
That's what the
shit. I don't disagree.
I think if everybody was the same size.
I'm not gonna say.
You need to be thrown in the oven with him.
I'm not gonna say that Monster Inoue would beat Terrence Crawford to death, but if he
wouldn't beat him at all.
If he land a punch on Terrence Crawford, he might put him out. He might.
Are you crazy, bro? What is wrong with you guys?
I seen Gamboa do it.
It'd be a good fight.
We seen Gamboa do it, man.
What happened in that same round? What happened in that same round?
I seen Gamboa.
What happened in that same round? Tell me what happened in that same round.
Is Gamboa the finisher that Inoue is, bro?
What I'm saying is,
what happened in that same round?
What I'm saying is,
what happened in that same round?
Hold on. Let the man finish, bro.
Let him finish, bro.
What I'm saying is, I seen Gamboa rock Bud Crawford. I know that Inoue hits much harder than Gamboa. So I said if Inoue happens to catch Bud Crawford, he could possibly knock him out. I ain't said he was going to knock him out. I ain't saying he is going to knock him out. I said he possibly can knock him out.
Here's something you leaving
Terrence
out.
Crawford, the last person that man hit, the last guy Terrence Crawford hit, he knocked the gloves out. What you say, BVO? The stuffing out his glove.
Are you talking about avocado?
Yeah, and knew he gonna bring his own fucked up gloves, his own fucked up hand wraps. Don't even worry about that.
You want to go to the gloves because that man had to cheat in order to beat David Abeneza. Come on, dog. That's not a good look. It's not a good look.
We don't know that.
And the man knew that his gloves was fucked up because Bernie said that they was fucked up in the locker room. He said he blew up the pair in the locker room, so they put another one on, and that one was split too. But he went out there anyway because they didn't have no more.
So whose fault is that? Is that Everlast or Crawford's fault?
That's Crawford's
That's what happens when you fight on weak ass black and brown.
That's
They can't even get
what's his name? Trainer fault. I wouldn't let my fighter go out there and fight. Nigga, your glove is ripped open. No, you need to fix that.
No.
Hold on. Let me one second. Let me say this before y'all go. Shout out to my man Thomas. The Browns are going to win a Super Bowl. I want y'all to know y'all heard it first.
Your damn mind.
BVO Boxing said it.
Hey, BVO, you a real funny dude.
If Inoue
I ain't gonna even comment on that.
The Browns gonna win the toilet bowl.
Yeah, that's all they're gonna win.
It's a better chance.
The motherfucking Bengals and the Ravens in that division.
I'm gonna come back to your live maybe a couple days after the fight and remind you said Inoue would beat Crawford if they were the same fight. So
to death.
Crawford stops.
I don't know, but I ain't gonna say he gonna beat no Crawford to death. I just said
no. If they the same size, if they the same size,
come on,
that's what we're talking about.
I'm not gonna say that because
BVO, that's cap.
What I will say is when Crawford was smaller, he was able to do all the things that I hear his fans say. He was switch hitting. He was moving around the ring, and he was doing different things. But as he moved up, he got complacent and standing right there in front of his opponent.
He got older. That's what it was.
He got older too. Yeah, it's part of his age too. But
you said he switch it.
He don't switch it. He don't switch it.
Yes, he does.
No, he don't.
No, he don't. He's a southpaw now, pretty much.
He comes out in orthodox, and then he goes to his corner. He comes back out in southpaw. He don't switch in the middle of the round. He don't.
Fact.
Bro, he can switch it whenever he wants to. If he's having great success with the southpaw, why would he switch back to orthodox?
If he's having great success in southpaw, why would you start off in orthodox?
But see, here's the thing, though. I don't know if Terrence Crawford
capitalized in southpaw.
Here's the question. Is Terrence Crawford a better left-handed fighter than Errol Spence? That's the question.
No,
he's not. No, he's not.
No, he's not.
You don't think so?
Hey, the fight will tell who's the better southpaw.
Right. That's going to be a fact. Because I'm not going to sit up here and say that Terrence Crawford is not better than him at a southpaw. I'm not going to do that. But
once they get in the ring, we're going to see this fight was never 50-50.
My man T said Errol Spence is the best fighter in the world.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Oh, okay.
He's not better than
I got a question for my man, prize fighter.
Hold on.
What's up?
Go ahead, Dirk.
Yeah, prize fighter. So you said if everybody was the same size, real quick, who do you think is the best fighter if everybody was the same size?
That's a good ass question, bro. I would look that. I mean that's the type of questions that I like.
Hey,
I got two answers for you.
That's a good question.
To me, it's Shakur Stevenson.
Oh no!
Let me finish.
Think about it.
Let me finish. Yeah, to me, So to me, it's Shakur Stevenson and Boots Ennis. And the reason I say that is because
Shakur Stevenson and I was showing BVO. I was talking. Me and BVO we were talking because we big. We're high over here on this channel on Shakur. He take that little step back and he's just out of punches range and he come back with some shit, man. And he's really good. So I ain't even gonna argue that. That's your opinion. It's hard to argue. I know a lot of people would love to argue because Gervonta. I'm really high on Gervonta Davis, and I know his resume doesn't back it up, but his IQ and the stuff and how he is, Gervonta can beat anybody, bro. So
you only want to give a chance against Shakur.
Go ahead, D-Free.
I put Gervonta up there, but I mean, when you say if everybody was the same size,
that's a good question. That's a really good question.
Who's the best? I would have to go individual. I have to compare them because everybody have different styles. So you would have to give me two people, and I would say, okay, this person to beat, and then we would have to have a tournament, and it would come down to who's the best. I can't just say, okay, yeah, this person's the best one, yeah, this person, because
he's just going off the eye test though.
Well, let me see. We go off the eye test. We go off the eye test, motherfucking.
It's Tio.
Motherfucking, if everybody was same size, my number one is motherfucking Deontay Wilder, because ain't nobody fucking with his ass.
Shit, Tyson Fury whooped him.
You lost me when you said that.
It's a lot of niggas that can fuck with Deontay Wilder. If he 5'5",
for skill, Deontay Wilder ain't even top
70-inch reach.
The only person that fucked with Deontay Wilder was 70 pounds bigger than him.
Man, bro, he almost got knocked out by Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, but he weathered the storm and he showed the heart of a champion and he can take a punch.
Yeah, but like he let's not act like he was on this unbeatable monster before.
I don't want to hear about that almost stuff. He got clipped with a good shot. He showed that he can take a punch, and he weathered the storm and came back out and destroyed the man. So
the only person was 70 pounds heavier than him.
Let me make this easy for you. Let me make this easy for us. So salute to my man Tommy saying Tio. Man, Tio's the man, dude, on that in the box. So if we said we got Tio and Tank fight, who wins that fight?
Tank.
So we got okay.
You can't be good.
Okay. Hold on. So then we're gonna say we got Tank versus Shakur. Who wins that fight?
Tank, but never say nothing.
Shakur.
Okay.
Shakur.
So let me ask you this. So if y'all say Shakur, so who wins the Shakur fights Devin Haney?
Oh, Shakur. He gonna watch that nigga. That's easy work.
That's debatable.
That's a watch.
Easy work.
One at a time.
Devin Haney wins that fight because Shakur didn't take the 25%.
You know damn well in a fight that Shakur
Tank Davis beating all of their asses.
He do what?
That's cap.
Yo, this nigga funny.
He said
go one at a time. Yeah, go one at a time, bro.
Hold on, you said something crazy. What'd you say? What'd you say, boxing nerd? I didn't
He's talking to Deep.
No, I was talking to D. I said Tank. What did I say? What the hell?
Yeah, it's capping, bro.
That's what happened when you just be saying crazy shit.
You just be saying whatever, bro. Somebody slow down.
I rock with boxing nerd though.
That's my guy. That's my guy. But
hold on.
You be capping today. You be capping hella today. You said Terrence Crawford and Inoue the same size. Inoue beats him. You're crazy.
And he said Deontay Wilder.
Everybody said that. Everybody said everything I just said.
No, nobody agreed with you when it came to that. What the hell is that?
I agree with BVO.
So what are you talking about?
I take that late.
Hold on. What style has Inoue fought that's similar to Terrence Crawford one time?
He about to fight it tonight.
He fought Puerto Rican.
Stephen Fulton fights nothing like Terrence Crawford. Stop the cap. Are you crazy?
To be fair though, he hasn't really fought nobody like Inoue either.
I mean, you.
I can't say in a way a beat Bud Crawford. That man hasn't even fought a black man.
Exactly. Like, why are you guys going crazy?
Not only
so that means Tank can't beat Shakur because he only fighting Mexicans, right? That's what that mean, right?
No. First of all,
he kind of fight like a black fighter.
He never even sparred one.
Shakur said he Puerto Rican. So
Shakur is not black. He said he's Puerto Rican.
He said he's
if you watch Inoue fight, he got like a black style. If you think about it,
he's bold.
He do got a black style.
I don't care.
He do. He kind of fight.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that from. He been living in Japan his whole life.
He got quick reflexes. He explosive.
Black Puerto Rican. He's a black.
But you know what though? He can move though. Like in a way, I'm gonna give him his credit. Yo, he is sharp though. I ain't gonna front though.
Yeah, bro. He not some basic ass kung fu fighter that just hit hard. He got skills.
He try to set you up. He'll put you out cold.
He hasn't seen all of the styles yet. He hasn't seen all of the styles yet.
Let me do this to make it easy.
But that's every fight.
If you're talking about boxing, I'm gonna give you my top 5 pound for pound. You got Jamel Charlo. You got Monster Inoue. You got Terrence Crawford. Then I would say you got Errol. And then number 5 is really tough for me. I got that kid Bivol there.
But what about Usyk?
You said Mel is number 1, or it's not in no particular order?
I'd be disrespecting Usyk.
I'm saying Mel. No, Usyk is a heavyweight. The heavyweight is the real champion.
But he started at cruiserweight.
It don't matter. He's the real champ. But he's the real champion. When you become the heavyweight champion, you are the real champion.
Yeah.
So if Roy Jones would have started at whatever he started at and went up to heavyweight, he's no longer a pound for pound.
I agree with BVO.
Nah, that don't affect it. But listen, if I could explain it, the pound for pound shit that was invented in the 40s because niggas was only watching Joe Louis and they wasn't paying attention to guys like Henry Armstrong and them dudes at middleweight. So they created the pound for pound rankings for the newspapers and the media just to have something to talk about.
Well,
and now we talking about the shit years and years later.
The commercials, we already know.
It don't really matter. No. I'm just explaining why heavyweights can't be on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know why it's not. I know why they're not on there, but I'm just saying Usyk didn't start out as a heavyweight. But
once you get up there, I don't even.
But since he is a 3-belt heavyweight champion, I can't put him on there, you know. But I agree with you. I don't disagree with you because he did start, you know, at a lower weight class and come up to heavyweight, 100%. But I just don't put the champions that Tyson Fury and Usyk. They're not going on my pound for pound list. They're just too big, and I like the, you know, the guys that's fighting in the smaller weight classes, man. Like, you know, your Terrence Crawford, you know, Earl Spence, you know, whoever else you guys got.
See, for me, when I do pound for pound list, I don't care. I don't look at accomplishments. I'm kind of similar to prize fighter. To me, I look at styles and skill sets. And if you were this weight, would you beat this man?
Right.
And like I said, my number one is Shakur Stevenson. I think
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all, bro.
Yeah,
like again, that's how I do my criteria. I go off skill sets. I go off.
So Boots is in the top 5 then.
Yeah,
well,
Boots to me is yes.
I don't think.
No, let me finish. Hold up, y'all gotta let me explain my pick because you can't just. Let me explain. Look, bro, y'all were talking earlier about Crawford. Is he a switch hitter or not? Boots is a real switch hitter. He switches mid combination, like he is natural. It's not no goofy ass fake, whatever the fuck Crawford got going on.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And then on top of that, if he really wanted to, if Boots really wanted to, he could be a boring ass back foot fighter, jab all day and go untouched.
Say it again.
He don't do that. He comes forward to get you out of there because he could do that. He got power in both hands. He's a complete fighter. It's not much.
Dirk,
can Virgil get in the ring first?
He can't even get Virgil 147. Come on,
Dirk, I can't say like I disagree with your shit because that's your opinion, but I feel like you could have the skills, but you also got to validate it at least with some belts or something, or fight somebody at the top. Now Boots gonna get there. He gonna get there, but he's not there yet, bro.
Call everybody out. What are you talking about?
Hey man, when we saw LeBron James in high school, we didn't see that nigga in the league, bro. We knew he was the one.
Hey Dirk, one second. Let me grab your chain off your neck. You talking crazy, bro? You talking crazy, bro?
How we talking
crazy? Your shit.
How? Boxing nerd. Let me snatch your chain real quick. You talking crazy?
Give me 5 fighters more skilled than Boots. You tell me right now.
Bro, give me 5 fighters more talented than Boots Sanders. Come on, bro. Like, be for real.
I would say
David Morrell.
He said, "Let me answer."
Okay, go ahead.
David Morrell, of course.
Okay.
We're talking about Coolboy Steph.
Coolboy Steph got more talent than Boots?
Yes. On defense and offense. He's A and A. He's an A fighter on both sides, defense and offensively. You said who has more skills?
Nah, power. He don't got the power though. That's the difference. The power.
We ain't talking about power. We talking about skill. It's a skill. We talking about power.
But I'm saying like you got the skills and the power. That's an addition.
Dirk, you can't.
Boots got skills too.
Dirk, you got to stop moving the goalposts, bro. He got to fight somebody.
Hey, look, hold on.
They got to fight him. That's what you need to say. They need to fight him. They don't need to fight them. They need to fight him.
Hold on.
Hold on. Give us
hold on. Real quick. The homie TWT. Yo, I need to get with you. I need to get the homie Crush the Legend email or his phone number because that's my man in real life. But I got a different phone. I need his number, dog.
Yeah,
but carry on.
I hit Crush up for you.
Yo, yeah, I need that could Crush my man in real life. Like I need his information, bro.
Yeah, I hit him up.
BVO, give us 3 more.
Yeah, you got 2, Morrell and Fulton.
Morrell, Fulton. I would say Monster Inouye. I would say Tank Davis. And I would say and I would say Sugar Shakur.
That's the only one I can say. Okay, maybe
these dudes. Hold on, these dudes that BVO just named. All these dudes that fought. Well, yeah, all these dudes that fought champions that validated their skills. I'm not saying Boots ain't skilled, bro, but he gotta fight them dudes. He gotta validate that shit before we can just put him on that pedestal.
None of them dudes are more. Maybe Shakur.
Maybe. Okay, but use your eyes, bro. The way we evaluate fights is the eye test, is it not?
None of them. No
doubt. We don't judge a fight because of resume.
None of them dudes.
We can't say the eye test because there was a bunch of guys who didn't look good in the eye test that beat you up. I don't think if you seen Willie Pep fight, you would say, "Oh man, he's such a great fighter." When you first seen Lomachenko, when you first seen Lomachenko, you wouldn't say he was the best fighter in the world. He just really
that nigga was never the best fighter in the world.
But you saying
I'm trying to think of
facts.
Your eyes can lie to you.
That's what they said, that he was the best fighter in the world, and he lost all.
He
his
was.
fights.
He
did look great against Gary Russell.
He looked great.
Yeah, but what was it? Wasn't it a split decision or majority? So like some
it
people
shouldn't have been. He beat that nigga up.
Hey D Free,
he beat up Devin for real.
I ain't seen that fight in a long time. I gotta see that again.
Hold on one second. Let me ask you. Hey D Free, now you a boxing scholar. Can you tell me, man, what's your top 5 most talented guys in boxing, regardless of weight class? And I know you're gonna be
right now. The most talented guys in boxing right now. I will put Bruce Ennis on there. I will put I will put Abdullah Mason. I will put Abdullah Mason, Boots. Let me think. I'll put Big Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I put Tank Davis, Shakur, and Devin.
That's more than 5, ain't it?
So, I put
honorable mention.
I had to put those 3 in at the bottom because they pretty much are they almost the same, but they're different. Like Shakur and Devin
don't do it. Don't say it. Don't say it. They're not the same.
No. What I'm saying is they're a master at judging distance. They're master at judging distance. Devin judged the distance with his jab. Shakur judged the distance with his footwork. But Shakur is a more better defensive fighter, and Devin is a more better offensive fighter. But when it comes to Tank Davis, Tank Davis,
I don't know about offensive.
I don't know about offensive.
He's not betting that nigga anything.
If you look,
I don't know about that.
I'm going by the stats in boxing. Devin Haney is top 4 as far as jabs and punches landed, and Shakur is not up there with Devin Haney as far as jabs and punch landed. Now I understand his defense is better. His defense is better. As punch landed on him, his defense is better. But his jabs and stuff like that, he don't have the jab that Devin has.
Hold on. I know the homie
the
T.
thing I don't like.
Hold on. I know my homie T ain't say Conor been the future of the sport. He trolling on that.
He been trolling for the last hour. He's been trolling for the last hour.
Yeah, he has, man. Hey, but Thomas, I gotta say this to my man Thomas from the Bronx. The best fighter to come out of New York in a long time is a guy named Richardson Hitchison. That boy Africa. You heard it first.
He better than Devin Haney.
He's special. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he
really is.
I don't want to go that far and say. Hold on, one at a time. I don't want to say he's go that far and say he's better than Devin Haney, but we're really high on him on this channel right here, yo.
He didn't get his chance yet. That's all.
Yeah. Why is he doing all this talking?
I like Kitchen.
Bro, see, that's
he got some good fighters over there for him to fight too.
That's what's fucked up about boxing. You got niggas who are contenders that's more talented than some of these champions.
Yeah,
because
that happens all the time.
That's how. That's how the game goes. You got to be a challenger. You got to be a challenger at some point. Yeah.
One at a time. Hold on. Before we all got to take one at a time. I know we all jumping in, but one at a time. Let my man D Free finish. Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is, I wouldn't say that that he's better than Devin Haney. Now he has some traits that's better than Devin Haney, but I wouldn't say he's better than Devin Haney. He don't even have the experience to be up there with Devin Haney, like, because I understand he got some skills or whatever, but you got to remember he had to learn from Shakur Stevenson, and so you can't say he's better than somebody. He's still learning. Devin Haney is already up there, and he's the undisputed champion. Devin Haney, he's been through the fire. I mean, regardless of how we feel, how he the last couple of fights he had. I mean, we just saw this man beat Kambosos for the undisputed title with just a jab. He beat that man the whole fight with just a jab.
We seen Kambosos though.
Yeah, Kambosos ain't shit.
Yeah,
hey,
that ain't really like a huge deal no more.
I don't think I was hitting like you thought it was.
We saw what Kambosos did to Tio, though.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, bro,
Tio
I think that was a fluke.
Tio almost died, bro.
Yeah, bro, that had to be, because ain't no way.
No, whether it was a fluke or not, it happened.
Yeah, you're right. But still, that nigga had to be off the shits.
I'm gonna tell you why it wasn't a fluke, though, but because I know I hear people say it was a fluke. Tio had a bad night, but the reason why I said it wasn't a fluke and he didn't have a bad night is because Tio didn't want to rematch him.
Because he can't make the weight.
He couldn't make the weight.
That man.
Come on now, let's be real. That's part of the reason he was struggling.
Y'all stop the bullshit. That man can make the fucking weight.
No, but this is well documented, D Free.
Don't get them motherfuckers no excuses. I'm tired of everybody, all the fans always giving these fighters excuses because they say something, you gonna run with it. Fuck no. That man made the weight for that fight. He bullshitted for 2 years. Fucking around with Devin Haney talking about, I'm gonna give you the fight. I'm not gonna give you the fight. I'm gonna give Kambosos the fight. That man fucked around and he did what Canelo did. He picked the fucking cherry pick and it was bad.
That I will agree with. I think he knows Devin Haney is a bad style for him. Like, stylistically, that's not a good style for a Teofimo. He struggles with people who don't come towards him.
Vic, that's another one, Vic. I forgot about Shushu. Shushu's a bad motherfucker too. I forgot about Shushu. He's a bad motherfucker.
Usually counterpunchers like Boots as well struggle with guys that are on a back foot basis.
Exactly. That's why you don't see them putting those type of guys in the ring with Tank Davis. Yeah, if you notice, everybody Tank Davis fights fits a certain profile. Usually a flat-footed Latino fighter. Let's keep it a buck.
No, flat-footed.
Let's keep it a buck.
That's what they did. That's not.
Hey, hold on, man. Y'all smash the like button too, man. Y'all keep playing around. It's a lot of content.
You ain't gonna never see them put a camera in there with Tank Davis.
Hold on, real quick, man. Y'all smash the like button. Quit playing around, man. It's too many people in the chats chatting and not enough likes. Yo, smash the like button. Quit playing.
Yeah, but see that, and I just got on BVO about that earlier in the live. I just got on about that live. Y'all can't get on Tank Davis about the fact that who they put him in the ring with. All we can do is go what Tank do now because Tank is not with Floyd now. So we go by what Tank do now.
He definitely with Floyd.
He about to fight Stephen Colbert, so fuck that.
The way Floyd was cheerleading and they was hugging in the last fight. Ain't no way.
If he fights Stephen Colbert, bro, I'm done. Like, fuck that.
Chris Colbert.
Will y'all stop listening to these bullshit ass rumors? He's not fighting Chris Colbert. He's not fighting that man. Chris Colbert just
you
said
better hope he's not fighting Chris Colbert.
No, he just said, Chris Colbert just said, I'm not fighting Ryo because I don't want to fight at 135. You think Tank is going down to 130? No, he's not.
No, that nigga will easily go to
that nigga Colbert is coming up to 135 for a check. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he will.
But y'all,
yes, he will, bro.
Nigga, for Tank Davis, yes, he will, nigga.
Listen what I'm telling y'all.
He'll go to 47.
That is a rumor. You didn't hear that come from. You didn't hear that come from Tank Davis. You didn't hear it come from none of Tank Davis's team. That's a rumor.
When have you ever heard Tank say anything like about a future?
I heard Tank Davis. I heard Tank Davis said I want Devin Haney.
Yeah, allegedly.
No, he said this recently. He said it since he's been out of jail. I want Devin
Haney. Bro, see, I don't give Tank no passes because unlike a lot of niggas, Tank can literally fight whoever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, now he can now. I'm not.
No excuses, bro. We're not trying to see no damn Stephen Colbert or Isaac Cruz. None of these niggas, bro. Shakur, Devin, Tio. That's it.
I don't think he's gonna fight Tio. don't think he's gonna
He
fight.
could easily get that fight. Why would T.O. turn that down? He would take that fight in a heartbeat.
No. I'm gonna tell you why T.O. would turn it down. And I think I broke this down the other night. The reason why T.O. would turn it down is because T.O. is a prima donna. He wants the big money. He was like, in his mind, he still believes he was undisputed at 135. And he beat Josh Taylor, and he believes he's a 2-time undisputed champion because he beat Josh Taylor. So he's a prima donna. He's gonna want to be the A side, and Tank ain't giving him the A side because Tank is the A side.
I mean, shit. They put a $20 million.
Come on, man.
Yeah, they put a $20 million offer in front of T.O. I mean, that might change his tone.
Even T.O. said that was capped. The Devin Haney thing.
They're not giving him $20 million.
No, but I'm saying if
T.O. don't deserve $20 million. They're not giving him $20 million. If
you get 20, he didn't gotta be, but $10 million, he can get at least $10 million.
No, he's not getting $10 million.
He gonna get big money though.
Ryan Garcia
says he got 40.
Ryan got 40 because why? He got a pay-per-view and they made him 40. That's what T.O. got to do, and T.O.'s not.
You don't think Tank and T.O. could do good
pay-per-view play
numbers?
That shit up on pay-per-view? Y'all don't think T.O. gonna play up that promotion?
No.
Hell yeah, that shit gonna do numbers.
No.
Exactly.
Dog. If T.O. believes that he's gonna get his ass whooped, he is not doing that shit.
Not about that, bro. It's about the payday. Everybody who fights Tank Davis, win or lose, goes home better off. Look at Ryan's stock didn't really go down. Let's keep it a bug. Isaac Cruz stock didn't go down. Mario Barrios, this nigga got a pay-per-view fight.
Rolly stock went up.
Shit. Exactly. Rolly stock went up. This nigga got a title shot. Mario Barrios got a pay-per-view fight with Keith Thurman. Like, bro, fighting Tank Davis is a plus no matter what.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but we talking about T.O. though. This is not the man that think logically. We talking about T.O.
It's either that or Devin Haney. He ain't gonna want to fight Devin, so he go Tank. It's the only option.
He got a drunk ass.
I mean, the logic is the numbers. Is the zeros on the contract.
Exactly, bro.
You gotta
these niggas will fight anybody if it's worth it.
Y'all have to understand who is managing T.O.'s career. It's his drunk ass father that don't know what the fuck he doing. You
need more money for booze. What you mean, bro? Money is at the root of all of this, be free.
His father is going to manage him right out of a deal. That's what he's going to do. Because he's going to, the same way he tried it with the Devin Haney. He went to Eddie Hearn and said, give me $10 million for the fight. How the fuck I'm going to give you $10 million for a fight that you can't make?
I can agree with you on that. I could see T.O. Senior throwing a wrench in that shit, or maybe Tank people don't want to work with him. I could see that.
Yeah, his father he's going to negotiate him right out of the deal.
No, I know what you're talking about. So when he asked for that $20 million, T.O. was on Twitter talking to Devin. He says that $20 million was capped. My dad don't speak for me. Yeah, so he will. If Tank and them give him a reasonable deal, which they probably will, he'll take that fight in a heartbeat. Nobody's turning down a Tank fight, bro. I don't care who you are.
They're going to give him what they gave Ryan Garcia and anybody else. You get at the most, you might get $1 million, $1.5 million guaranteed, and you make the rest in pay-per-view. If you don't sell a fight, that's on you.
Oh, they're gonna sell the fight. That's an easy sell. That's an easy sell.
I'm just saying, I don't think he's gonna take the deal. I don't think he's gonna take because he looking.
I don't think so either.
He's looking at that guarantee money. He's gonna like, no, I want $10 million right now, like motherfucking Bud did. I want $10 million right now.
you know what it is, and I gotta say this, guys. When we're talking about former Bob Arum fighters, they're used to the upfront guaranteed money, so they don't care if it wins or sells. But Al Heyman does the whole bet on yourself program. And honestly, from what we've seen from T.O., I gotta agree with D3. T.O.'s not gonna take that. T.O. wants the upfront money, and I'm gonna tell you why he wants the upfront money, because he could easily have fought Ryan Garcia, go right into that fight. He could easily fight Tank, but what you see him doing? Nothing but dumb move. His dad is going to really walk him right out of boxing, man, without no money, man. He's going to leave boxing without a bag because his dad is I'm telling you, man, I don't know if it's that Bud Light that Tom gave him or what, but something's going on with T.O.'s dad, man, because he could keep making dumb decision after dumb decision, and he really hurting T.O.'s career because I'm going to tell y'all what, man, with T.O.'s resume, bro, if that was Tank, niggas would be over the moon about T.O. because T.O.
Exactly.
Everybody.
That's a hell of a resume, and he ain't got shit for it. Two-time lineal champion at 25. That don't happen, bro. That don't happen. Hey, D3, you know that, man. The lineal champion. I mean, you the man. So, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say yeah. I understand that, but like I said, you're not dealing with a person that's logical.
So yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and you know better than us, man, because you know you got family that deal with them, so you know like how Al Heyman is moving. Tio should have signed with Al Heyman 5 years ago, man. I don't know why.
Bro, that's that fight, bro. Think about that shit. That fight is easy to sell,
it makes no sense.
And think about this. What are Tio's other options? Fight Ramirez at 140? What are you gonna get for that?
Nah, but there's another champion.
$300,000?
BVO, what's your favorite guy at 140 that can beat everybody to death? The kid, you don't even know his first name?
Matias.
Yeah, why the fuck would he fight Matias? What is he gonna get for
that guy? You know, Tank can challenge him if he wants to. You know,
yeah.
The kid got options. He's pretty much number one in the sport right now, and he got options. But you know, we're gonna.
The thing is,
hold on. Devin, he might avoid Devin, but he ain't gonna avoid Tank.
Hold on.
Nobody's avoiding Devin, bro. Nobody.
Tank.
Yeah, they is, bro.
He don't
suck.
Can fight whoever he wants.
Do you say Devin sucks?
BVO does the way he talks about him on his channel.
What's wrong with these takes today, bro?
Because Javante has
he
has high IQ. He has great ring generalship. He has a great left hand. I mean, he can move. He can take a punch. I mean, Javante. I don't care who he fought.
We talking about Teofimo Lopez is the best, man. Out of the four kings, it's Tio, man.
I know what I'm looking at.
Tio's a big hater. That's what he is. He's hating on Terrence.
But we don't. But Tio beat the names though.
Yeah.
Name him.
Who we talking about right now? Who we talking about?
He beat Lomachenko. He destroyed Josh Taylor, a former the undisputed heavy, not heavyweight, but 140-pound champion.
Super lightweight.
Yeah, he destroyed him. So on this channel, and I criticize Tio. You can go back and look at these different lives where you hear me grinding Tio up. But the man won what he won. So on this channel, put respect on Tio's name. I know he corny. I know he corny, and I know he be saying stuff. I know his dad corny. They corny lame, but the man won the fights.
I agree. I give him praise for that.
Hey, I give him props for that, but that's about it.
That's it.
But see, D-Free, hold on. I got to get back on camera. D-Free, you see how you do that? This is what D-Free does.
Yeah.
Let me say this real quick. D-Free says, I want to see the fighters fight the best fights available. And you see Tio doing that. Why are you not giving him credit? He's fighting the fights.
I give him props for beating Josh Taylor. That's it.
What about Lomachenko?
He got props for that. I did not give him. That's when we was rocking with Tio. It was after that we stopped rocking with Tio because he did all that bullshit and ducked Devin Haney.
That's a fact. But
he came back. He was undisputed.
Hold on, BVO. Hold on. Let me do it. BVO, let me do it. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you right. Free is 100% right, dog. Like that's when we stopped rocking with him. But he bounced back and destroyed Josh Taylor. Man, it's hard to pick against him now. Like for me,
no,
and
not.
Listen, I'm with you, big
really
bro.
Isn't.
Listen, I'm with you with that Tio because he got the belts and started acting real brand new. I'm with you, but he bounced back and he destroyed Josh when everybody except for BVO and a bunch of other channels, big channels, picked against Teofimo, and he went in there and was in his bag against Josh. So it's gonna be hard for me to pick against that boy.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I picked against him too. I thought Josh Taylor was.
We all did.
I picked him to win.
What I'm gonna tell you is what I saw. It wasn't what I saw in the fight. It wasn't what I saw in the fight. It's what I saw after the fight. This nigga said he retired because he only got $1 million and he brought $100 million to that fight.
Hey, Free.
Hold on. He said he brought $100 million to that fight. Nigga, you was fighting in the smallest fucking room in Madison Square Garden.
Hey,
you
he said that, or his daddy D-Free?
He said that.
He said Free, but we from a different era, though, dog. You know these new cats is emotional. You can't take that shit serious with Tio talking.
I take him serious because he always saying
you can't, bro. We from a different era, bro. We from a different era, my guy. I know. We from a different era.
But
these boys are sensitive. These young boys are so sensitive. Boxers, rappers, actors, all of them. They all sensitive. So you can expect some, his emotions was flying. He won the biggest fight pot of his life. Probably. Maybe you could argue against Lomachenko.
And shout out to my man Thomas from the Bronx. He said he was at the fight, and most of them motherfucking fans was there for Xander, not Tio.
But for
Yo,
who?
that makes sense, Xander. Yeah, that poor. Yeah, they wasn't there for Tio. That you know what?
They was there for who?
Xander.
Who the hell is Xander?
Xander Zayas.
Oh, Zayas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought he was talking about Josh Taylor. My bad.
They was there for Xander. They was there for Xander Zayas and not Tio.
I don't care who they was there for, but Teofimo Lopez winning the fights, bro. And right now, like whoever he fight next, I'm paying close attention.
Tio don't even want to fight Regis Prograis. That man talking about he got all sensitive. Regis Prograis said, "Man, I'm gonna put your ass in the hospital." He was like, "Man, do that man know? I almost died in my last fight. Man, get your sensitive ass out of here."
Be free. But that's facts for real, bro.
He did say that.
You step in that ring, you better be prepared to die. Don't come with that bullshit.
Hey. Why he say that? I almost died in my last fight, man. If you don't
he did say that. He did say that.
So do you guys agree that he's like a 2-time undisputed, all that BS?
No, he is 2-time lineal champion, not 2-time undisputed.
No, he's not 2-time undisputed. Hell no.
He definitely is. He has one of the best.
He beat the man who beat the man twice. He did that.
Yeah, he did that. He's a linear champion twice. He's a 2-time linear champion, but he is not undisputed twice.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Once. He's not even
D3, yes, he was. D3.
Nah, he was not.
No,
D3, he was.
No, he wasn't.
D3, he was. I'm going to tell you why he was.
Nah, he should have.
I understand what y'all saying because motherfucker Mauricio Sulaimán said the franchise belt is our real champion.
Where is the franchise belt now?
Where is it? Exactly.
That's the one Devin went around his waist.
Devin Haney don't have the franchise. He threw that motherfucker in the trash and they don't exist no more. Just like the
he threw that bitch in the bay.
Just like the 160 franchise don't exist no more. That shit don't exist.
Well, they need to strip Jamal. Just saying.
For what?
Because he ain't fighting.
So Triple G ain't fighting nobody. They ain't strip his ass.
He ain't got no belts no more.
Yeah, they stripped him of everything, or he vacated all that shit.
He vacated because he went up to fight Canelo. But before then, he wasn't fighting nobody. They ain't strip his ass. It was like 7 years that nigga ain't fighting nobody.
I'm gonna say this. If you had a fight against Tio, and this is the thing, everybody talk about Canelo on the bum bashing tour. Why nobody talking about how Tank is on the flat-footed Mexican tour? He's been on that tour his whole life.
I don't know. Niggas just love Tank. I love Tank too, but shit, you gotta call it like it is, bro.
No, I'm not putting that on Tank because Tank ain't make those decisions. Canelo made those decisions. Tank didn't make those decisions. That was fucking Floyd that made those decisions. Now I'm going by what Tank does now. From this point forward, that's what
it better not be Colbert next. I'm telling you.
Hey, trust me. If he gets somebody like a Colbert or Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and he didn't try to get Devin Haney in the ring, he didn't try to get Shakur, Frank Martin, none of them in the ring. Oh yeah, I'm going in his ass. No homo.
Yeah, big pause.
Yo, what do you read? Whoa! You gotta clean your language up, man.
I said what I said. No homo. I didn't just say this and leave it out there. I ain't do like my man Vic did the other night. My man Vic said, "I'm just gonna bend the knee."
Yeah, with my cap backwards, with his cap backwards. I said, "Whoa." What you got on your mind?
I ain't do like my man Vic. I said,
hey, but all games aside, man, what y'all think about Tyson Fury having a rematch clause with what's that dude's name? Francis
Don't say that. Don't say that.
He got a rematch clause. Y'all see that?
That's shameful.
He got a rematch clause.
I'm gonna tell you like this. The only reason why I'm gonna talk about it because I'm on the live with you. We said we were gonna do this live together. So
yeah.
But I said I was not talking about fucking Tyson, the Fat Man Fury versus a MMA fighter on my damn live.
He's a goofball. Tyson's a goofball. He's scared of Usyk.
But because I'm on the live with you and you asked the question, I'm gonna answer. Tyson Fury need to take that rematch and the WBC belt and that fight and take his ass over to daggone Antarctica and disappear for the rest of his career.
Hold on. We gotta bring this guy up. This is the king of not saying pause. My man Vic. What's going on, Vic?
Hey, you niggas.
Oh my God.
Hey.
He got his head off. He's ready.
Hey, you niggas would not talk behind my back in that way. No, no, sir. I wasn't even gonna fucking come up here. I wasn't even gonna come to this shit today. I was just gonna talk in the comments.
That boy Vic is sick, bro. What are you saying?
I don't know what age y'all are, but I'm an old nigga, man. We didn't say pause when I was growing up. I don't know nothing about pause.
Cameron Mix is older than you, nigga. Stop. And they said,
I'm an old head, so I mean, I say pause because I mean
everybody said
I'm in DC. There's a lot of lot of skeptical people out here, so you gotta say pause.
Shit, I'm out here in the DMV too. I'm in the DMV.
No, you in Maryland, man. That don't count.
Yeah, I mean, they call it DMV.
What part of Maryland? What part of Maryland?
He by the water, man.
Like by Silver Spring.
Oh, you're not too far from me. You right there by DC.
That's what I'm saying. Man, BVO need to be quiet. He don't know what he don't know what the map like.
I'm gonna tell you how it go. How it go. It goes Prince George's County, Washington D.C., Montgomery County, which is Silver Spring.
That's where I'm at, Montgomery County. Yeah.
I know exactly where you at. I'm right now. I'm right here in Temple Hills. I know exactly where you at.
Oh, okay, yeah, you ain't far. That's a fact.
Right. I know exactly where you at.
Heck yeah! I said these niggas in here talking behind my back. Let me get the.
Balls, man. Ain't nobody behind your back, man.
I didn't talk behind. I didn't talk behind your back. I knew you was in the chat.
Yeah, we see you in the chat.
I started fumbling my phone. Y'all got me.
That boy D3 is that boy Vic is out of control, man. That brother talking about people behind his back. Oh,
here you go. That nigga
said if Earl Spence wins the fight, he gonna bend the knee.
Guess what you said?
Don't worry about it. Wow. You don't have to worry about that.
And you had your hat backwards.
I gotta worry about it because Earl Spence gonna win, so I gotta know who you bending the knee around.
That man gonna get the dog shit beat out of him.
Okay. Hey Vic, how much we got on that fight, Vic?
I got about 1,600 in the win.
I got $50 right now.
That nigga gonna be sitting in this motherfucker.
Hey,
I put the rest of it with FanDuel.
I got 50, man. We set?
Oh, me? No, I got my money out.
I mean, he know not to put no money on that.
Man, I'm 1,600 in with
he gonna be mad as shit.
I'm 1,600 in with niggas.
Come to seventh round, that nigga gonna be like, man, Bud, swing back, Bud. Swing back, Bud. Come on, man. Don't just let him hit you like that. Swing back, Bud. Swing.
I did.
Like Ugas out there, man.
Did y'all hear me
saying?
I did hear
he's gonna look like Ugas. Ugas is a flat-footed body bag, bro.
I did. That's an Olympian.
That's what Bud gonna look like.
Ugas is an Olympian.
Did y'all hear the news that Bomac signed a 3-bag deal with Cheetos?
Man, so come on, BVO.
Yo,
BVO, why you always doing that?
That's what I heard. That's
man, them niggas some haters.
That's crazy.
I don't know about that. What I don't know about that, but I do know that Bomac did become
Puff Cheetos.
He did sign a new deal to be the daggone life preserver measuring. They put it around him and make sure that.
Yeah, I'm not participating in this match.
I ain't studying them niggas at all.
They say, okay, you say you 7X? Okay, Bomac, 7X.
Hey, you know what's funny? That boy Bomac, he got a bodysuit on pause, man.
I'm gonna ask an honest question.
What's that?
All jokes aside. If we was on a motherfucking boat, a cruise ship, and that motherfucker was sinking, and you know they got that little life preserver that you get in there. That motherfucker is a blow up joint. It ain't no motherfucking metal boat. It's a blow up joint. You Bomac, and a couple of other people. But only 4 of y'all can fit. And it's 5 of y'all. Who y'all kicking off?
Nigga, Bomac is at least 3 people. He got to get the fuck off, bro. You crazy.
70 pounds. Me and Bomac ain't gonna make it.
I'm gonna throw that nigga overboard.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't even doing that shit. I'm using Bomac as my life preserver. I'm floating on it. That nigga gonna lay face down, and I'm gonna be floating on that nigga. Oh, y'all can get in the boat.
Give me the motherfucker.
Give me a motherfucker roll stick. I'm gonna say, Bomac, lay your ass down.
Oh my God. Going to the bottom. Going straight to the bottom.
Hold on. Hey, Josh, man, I gotta say this about my man. Josh says no, Spence took Ugas' legs away. At the end of the day, man, I gotta snatch your chain, bro. No, he didn't. He beat him to death. No, he didn't, bro. He just beat him to death.
Ugas never had no legs. What
he
you
gonna
talking
be my
about?
personal boat.
Not since the amateurs. He never had no legs.
Who?
Hey,
Ugas is a statue. Always been a statue. In the pro.
Hey,
I wouldn't say that because he had legs when he fought Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, legs when he fought Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, he did. He was on his bike the whole fight.
Who?
Ugas.
No, I thought Ugas stood there with Pacquiao.
Hey, I think my man Vic got dementia, bro.
I seen that man beating the shit out of Pacquiao's body.
Yeah, Pacquiao. The problem was Pacquiao couldn't move his legs. He ain't had no bounce in his legs no more.
Yeah, Pacquiao wasn't moving. That's the problem.
I'm saying is, when the fight first started, Ugas was bouncing around the ring because Pacquiao was going at him. And then once Ugas started hitting that body, Pacquiao legs disappeared, and then Ugas started coming forward. But Ugas was on the back foot for the majority of that first half of that fight.
But was it working? I don't remember that working. If he did
it worked because he used Pacquiao to use his energy that he had. It worked. He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
He tired him out, but I'm saying it to say he got legs. I thought it would have to be a good set of legs. I don't know.
I mean, now to say a person that don't got legs, that's like Canelo. That's a nigga that don't got legs. That nigga Canelo, David Benavidez, them niggas don't got legs.
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah, them niggas. I'm not gonna say Ryan Garcia now.
Errol Spence Jr. ain't got no damn legs. Y'all skipping one nigga. The main nigga.
Okay.
Wow. Say it again, brother.
I bet you Errol Spence box circles around your ass.
Around me?
I bet.
Yeah.
No, not you.
Well, I was gonna say, why the fuck would he fight me?
I'm just saying, you said he ain't got no legs, so if he ain't got no legs,
hey Vic,
right there.
He ain't got no.
Hey, you smoking a Virginia Slim?
Nah, man. Hey, get out my business, BVO. Don't worry about what I'm talking.
I really got a Virginia Slim over there. Y'all see that?
I saw a guy with legs that beat Danny Garcia. He outboxed Danny Garcia. He outboxed Mikey Garcia. I seen a nigga with legs. Y'all saying he ain't got no legs. I seen a nigga with legs. I seen him.
Why you need legs against Mikey who ain't moving nowhere?
Mikey was quote unquote supposed to outbox Earl.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was one of the things.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
But he didn't need no leg. Mikey ain't moving no damn where. Mikey's a statue too. When you see Mikey on his toes?
Mikey moved enough to become a 4-division champion.
He moved against Easter Bunny.
Let me tell you something. Hey, look, that man ain't fought no movers. Except
fought Easter Bunny.
Let me finish. Except Algieri and motherfucking Porter. And Porter put heavy hands on that man.
On who?
On who?
Errol Spence Jr.
Porter?
What?
Y'all don't watch that fight?
No.
Who you talking about?
Porter was roughing him up, bro. Y'all can't pretend like that shit ain't happening.
He not good.
That was a slugfest.
Porter landed shots on Errol Spence, but I do believe Errol Spence was the one that put Porter on the ground.
Okay, he got the knockdown, but let's talk about them 5-punch combinations he was getting hit with by a nigga that don't hit nobody else.
It was a fat camp, bro. It was a fat camp.
The 5-punch combination. What did it do? What did it do to Earl?
Excuses is crazy.
Hold up. Answer the question. What did it do to Earl?
It got him a split decision win. What you mean? With a knockdown.
It got Earl a split decision win?
Yeah, with a knockdown.
So
that means he was getting his ass out.
So what you telling me is Porter hitting Earl with a 5-punch combination got Earl a split decision win.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the shit is embarrassing because Porter never hit no fucking body else with the 5-punch.
I saw a man that didn't train for the fight that was in a fat camp and beat Porter.
God, man, this is impossible with this nigga Spence, man.
That's what I saw.
It's impossible.
That's what I saw.
It's impossible, bro.
Y'all act like
because everything he do bad, y'all make an excuse.
No, I'm not making an excuse. I'm telling you what he did.
He was in an accident. When do we get the regular one? Saturday?
Yo, how do you make an excuse when the guy won?
He won.
I make an excuse for the way he looked, because I'm sure all y'all was on the bandwagon.
What I said
he was gonna kill Porter.
It seemed like you making an excuse, because what I said was I seen a guy that was in a fat camp that won. He didn't train for the fight. He won.
When that fight got made, who you picked Spence, and how did you thought he was gonna run through Porter, right?
No, I didn't. I thought Porter was gonna have a good fight. I thought Porter was a good fighter at that time. What are you talking about?
I didn't hear none of them people. I didn't hear none of that from Spence. Hey,
well, maybe if you was listening to a real guy, because I'm not a Spence camp. I'm not in Spence camp. I'm not a Spence fan.
You definitely a Spence guy.
I'm not a Spence guy.
Up, but you a Spence guy.
If you know who I am, you know I'm not a Spence guy. I
listened to you all the other night, and I'm listening to you now make excuses for him. Talking about a fat camp. Who the fuck fault is that? He fat. His.
Dog. That is not an excuse. I said the guy was in a fan camp. Nigga, he didn't train for the fight, and he won.
And you just fat for no reason.
What did you go to school out Montgomery County, or did you go to school in the city?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, that's where you went to school. Okay, so you don't know what excuses are.
What the fuck you saying is an excuse?
Excuse is when you say, look, I didn't do that good because I didn't say that. I said this man didn't train for the fight. He won. That's what I said.
So he looked bad because he didn't train right?
Yes, he looked bad because he didn't train, but he won. I didn't say the man looked good.
Brother, that is an excuse. I'm sorry.
Dog, I said, yes, he looked bad in the fight. He won. What you want me to say? The nigga won. I didn't make no excuses for him.
The nigga won.
The nigga won. What you want me to say? Dog, making excuses saying Deontay Wilder lost because the Tyson Fury gloves was fucked up. That's an excuse.
That's an excuse. That's a fact.
Man, I see how them narratives be playing when y'all get to talking about Spence. Everything.
No, and like I said, I'm not a Earl Spence fan. I like Earl Spence, but I'm not an Earl Spence fan. Everybody know. Okay. Everybody that know me know I'm a Russell fan. That's who I rock with. I rock with the Russells.
Yeah, Russell. Okay, yeah, that's true. Definitely true.
That's who I rock with. That's my family. That's who I rock with.
Oh, that's your people. Oh, okay. No, that's why y'all jumped on me the other night. I get it now.
That's my family. That's
whoa.
That makes sense. Hey, BVO, go ahead.
I didn't do no jumping. Pause.
Ain't nobody jump on you, man. Pause.
No jumping.
Them niggas with the scrambling when I said Gary Russell ain't fought shit in years.
I said
which
Gary
is
Russell,
true.
I said Gary Russell punched the shit out of Bud Crawford, and he ain't say nothing about it until 10 years later. That's when he want to get big and bad about it, because they asked Gary Russell a question, and Gary Russell said, "Yeah, I punched him in the mouth."
You know how Gary Russell do. That nigga be talking cash
no,
shit.
he said what he did. He said what he did. He said Bud Crawford got out of line. I punched him in the shit. That's what happened.
That's exactly what he said.
He said
got
that.
Out of line. I punched him in the shit.
He said it a certain way too. Y'all know, y'all sit up here and play, man. I ain't gonna play
that's
them.
What happened.
I ain't gonna play them words.
I don't care how it happened. That's what happened. Yeah. They got into it. They got into an argument.
I don't want to play. They got into
an argument, and the nigga said something, and Gary Russell said, "What you say?" He said it again. Gary Russell punched him in the shit. That was it.
And that's the end of the thing.
That was it. And Bud didn't say nothing about it for 10 years until Gary Russell was asked a question. He said what happened, and now all of a sudden Bud want to fight Gary Russell. Nigga, you seen these niggas plenty of times since that shit happened. You done seen that nigga plenty of times. You ain't never wanted to fight Gary Russell until they asked him that question. Stop the cap.
You gonna sit up and act like that man wasn't talking shit, man? This is not reality. If you gonna think like that, ain't the truth.
That's cap. Now all of a sudden you want to fight Gary Russell, but you didn't want to fight his ass when he punched you in your shit.
And what he said exactly was, "I'll slam you on your fucking head in real life. Fuck a ring." And then
when you slam me on my head, I'm gonna get the fuck up and want to fight. I'm not gonna say every time I see you. If I don't get a fight that time, every time I see you, I'm gonna want to fight.
I'm
not gonna sit here and wait 10 years later.
It's amazing what people hold against
I'm not gonna wait 10 years
as
later.
a kid when he was a kid. That's funny.
No, I'm not waiting 10 years later. I don't care what you say. I'm not gonna wait 10 years later.
I mean, I want mine today too. I mean, I don't know what happened with that situation. They sent him home.
I know.
They sent him home because Gary was the guy.
They sent him home, and he saw, and that's even more of a reason why you would want to bust his ass next time you see him.
Let's be honest. Crawford would fuck Gary Russell up.
No, I'm not gonna be honest because he didn't.
He didn't.
I mean, I know you got your biases.
So, if you can say what you will do, but if you don't do it every time you see me, I'm not gonna say you could beat that man. That man's punching your mouth. You didn't do nothing. You've seen him since then multiple times. You didn't do nothing. So I supposed to think that
they held him back.
I don't think he was.
That's why he couldn't get him back.
I supposed to think that you could beat that man because you seen him. You've been in the same
man. He'll whoop Gary Russell ass tomorrow.
That motherfucker's a midget, bro. Compared to Ken Crawford, like that's not even a fair fight.
Whatever he a midget or not, he punched him in the shit.
I mean, and then they held Bud back. That's why he couldn't retaliate.
I understand that they held him back, but the Bud seen him after that. If you wanted to get at him like that,
bro, they grown ass men. You think this man who's a multi-millionaire just gonna jump out of nowhere and just start beating up Gary Russell? Come on, like let's be real.
This is not a real conversation.
This is not hoodlums. These are professional athletes. Like they can't be doing stupid.
These guys was not
No, I'm being for real. Like this man with kids. Like if Gary would have said something, maybe something would have popped off.
He's about to do that in the store for that.
What I'm saying is, when that happened, and then he got sent home or whatever, he seen them after that. They was not multi-millionaires. Bud Crawford.
Well, I don't know about that story. That could be true. That's different.
Crawford was still in his first contract with Cameron Duncan. He wasn't making millions then. He seen Gary after that. He seen Gary since then.
Hey man, I'm gonna keep saying it, man. We got all these comments, man. Y'all smash the like button, man.
All I know about Gary is that nigga fight every 2 years. That's all I know.
Playing with us, man. I don't care about none of that.
Wow.
Smash the like button. Quit playing with us.
What Gary do
I told him he should go ahead and train his brothers. He's a trainer.
What Gary do when he seen Crawford? He flinched at him or something. What did he do to him?
Huh?
He flinched at him. I said, what Gary do when he saw Crawford? Flinched at him? Like,
no, he looked at. Matter of fact, he did an interview not too long ago. He was sitting in the barbershop with Crawford's his cousin or his or nephew or somebody, and they said something. He was like, man, yeah. He said Crawford come in here and get out of line. I'll smack him in the shit again.
And then you see how them niggas was looking at him like, nigga, shut up.
Crawford folks are standing right there. He ain't say shit.
Look. Porter and them was looking at him like, nigga, yeah, all right, you let it go.
Whether they looked at him like that or whatever, his folks are standing right there. He said, man, he come in, he get out of line, I'll smack him in the shit again.
I think it's crazy you implying Bud is scared of this nigga.
That is
I didn't
crazy.
say Bud is scared of him. I said Bud didn't do nothing. I said, don't act like you want to do something now, and it was years gone.
What the fuck you say?
It's not like this the first time you've seen him since that shit happened.
Baby boy was just talking from a home team perspective. I can't have this conversation with. I don't know why.
I just know I grew up in the street. I mean in the hood. I grew up in the hood. I know how we are out here. If the nigga punch me in my shit and I can't get to you today, but I see your ass later. Oh, I'm getting your ass later.
I mean, but like, how many kids Bud Crawford done had since he got punched in his mouth by Gary Antoine Russell? By Gary Russell.
That's the
bro. Like he a whole nother man by this point, bro.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. For him to say what he said, man, I'll break your neck for real. We ain't got to get in the ring because Russell said, man, give me 1.5. We can get in the ring. He said, man, we ain't got to get in the ring. I'll break your neck for real. So if it's like that for real, why you didn't do nothing when you saw him?
It sounds like Gary trying to walk it back a little bit.
Y'all saying, oh, he's making millions. This that. Gary said, let's take it to the ring. He said he want to do it in the street. So don't take up for the nigga when the nigga say he want to take it to the streets.
Man, I've been trying to let this
I mean, from the way it looked to me, it looked like Gary was just bringing up some old shit for clout, and Crawford was just addressing it. Like, I don't think he took that shit serious. And yeah, the situation ain't really grew into nothing.
And it didn't grow into nothing because Devin Haney ended up jumping in, and then that whole Bud Crawford shit went away.
Yeah, he was talking shit. He needed some buzz because that nigga Shaw ain't been fighting. I don't know if what it was. He injured or something.
I don't know. It's always someone Gary Russell.
All I know is Gary wanted to take it to the ring. He wanted to take it to the streets. Y'all saying, "Oh, this man that had kids and all that." He didn't want to say he wanted to take it to the street. Gary said he wanted to take it in the ring. That's all I'm saying. Gary said he wanted to fight him in the ring. He got on the scale and said, "Look, I'm at 143 right now." I'm right there.
The way he told the story wasn't the way the niggas that was there told the story. You know what I mean? So that's why Crawford was a little agitated with the shit. I guess.
The way,
you know what I mean?
How you want to say the way he told the story?
Hey, Vic, you a troll, man. You a troll.
Say
no, it's just other people that like what's the nigga named Charles Dargan?
The guys that
what's
was
the nigga?
there.
I'm talking about facts.
Hold on. My man Vic got on here with some K2 rolled up. Talking crazy, man. At the end of the day, man, they was never good.
It's that good shit today. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I didn't
we're gonna talk true. I'm just saying people that was there. You know what I mean? That's what they said.
I'm talking about what you just said.
It wasn't so gangster. Like slapped him and then walked away in a little bit of smoke or some shit.
No, what I'm saying is, you said the way he told the story, he was agitated because the way the other people said it went down, it wasn't the way Gary said the story. How the hell do you know?
He felt like I'm just telling you.
I'm just telling you. How do you know? Bud never said, "Oh, it didn't go down like that." I heard my man say the story went down like this.
No. He did. No, he actually did. He said it was other niggas there, and then when them other niggas said they little bit, they didn't go too deep into it, but they didn't. They was like, yeah, it was. He sucker punched them and got covered. It happened. He didn't do it and then stand up like a motherfucking hero. I know that didn't happen.
I don't know if you know what a sucker punch is, but a sucker punch is when you catch a nigga off guard. So if a nigga says something, y'all get into a little argument, and nigga say something, and he say what you say, and you say it again, and he punch you in your shit.
Okay, we'll say he stole him, then they grabbed him. What else? I don't really give a fuck.
The niggas jumped in between. That was it. Niggas jumped in between. What are you talking about? He didn't do nothing. They jumped in between.
Yeah, he hit him.
He went on by his way, and Gary went by his way.
Yeah, but you can't say it like you chumped the nigga. He gonna say something.
What I said was, if he was that mad about it, he's seen Gary since then. It wasn't like he waited years later. He never seen Gary. Gary disappeared. It was years later. And all of a sudden now he's just now seeing Gary. He's seen Gary.
I mean, Gary should be grateful. Nigga probably would have lost his life that day. So, it's a good thing the nigga jumped in between.
Maybe he was scared of all his brothers. There's 100 of them.
Hey, hold on. I want to ask y'all something before we get out of here. So, we have a lot of fun talking boxing. Me and D Free and Prize Fight are going to be doing a lot of lives together, man, because I think D Free's the funniest nigga on YouTube. I thought that nigga is funny. I thought I was funny, but man, what we get with my man D Free is crazy. But I want us to do a podcast next Monday around the same time. I want to see if y'all same guys can come. But I really want us to talk about what we dealing with as blacks, man, as far as the black on black violence, man. I really want to hear from each of y'all about what we seeing, because we having fun talking about boxing, man. But I keep seeing, at least in my city, I keep seeing black kids, Spanish kids dying every day for the dumbest things. Maybe we can share some opinions, let each other know some stuff we don't know, because man, it's an epidemic that we got dealing with right here.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's one of the reasons why I retired from the police force. I got tired of seeing that shit.
I mean, because if a cop, God bless all the cops, man. If a cop kills somebody,
why didn't nobody tell me he was a police? You would start there.
I retired from the police.
Hey man, smoke your mo. Hey man, smoke your mo, man, and chill, man. Yeah, I know you're.
It's legal in DC and Maryland anyway.
But you know what? I think honestly, man, Dirk, you will have a good insight on this. Prize, my man, boxing nerd, Vic, my man Marky Dent, man, what we seeing with young black men, it's crazy, man. These dudes will never see 30. What we seeing now, these young dudes will never see 30, man. I mean, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm 32, and this is the best time of my life. If a nigga 17 think the best he's doing is 17, we need to have more brothers talk about this. But that's something I want to do, man, because we're gonna have all the big fights over. But I want us to all, man, talk about this, man, because it's just bad to see all these young dudes dying, man. We seen the young dudes with the purses, with the wallets. You know, we see Tank. I think Tank had on bell bottoms and heels and lipstick in the purse. We got to talk about this stuff, man.
Right now.
I'm with.
No, that's what it was.
Conversations though.
That's what it. That's what we. Hey, Dirk.
Definitely.
Dirk.
I know.
When I seen him in that Ryan Garcia press conference, this is no joke. All he needed was a tongue ring, bro. He looked crazy. That's all he needed was a tongue ring, bro. He looked crazy. He looked crazy.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Devin Haney right there behind me is like Devin Haney trying to mock what he do.
Yeah, you see, Devin had a big grandma purse.
Haney be looking like a man when I see him. Tank be prancing a little.
I don't see Shakur doing that shit. So
I don't.
But BVO, you know what somebody told me? All these dudes get dressed by gay designers. That's why they be looking so feminine.
And
a lot of the designers, period, are gay designers. A lot of them. I ain't gonna say all of them, but a lot of them is anyway.
Tank sold his soul. That's why he the pay-per-view guy. He sold his soul.
Dirk, man. We ain't
I'm
talking
just saying.
We ain't talking about that booby stuff, man. What I'm saying, I'm serious, man. And that's the thing. We laughing about the wrong things.
Yeah.
If we look at what's going on, and I'm sorry I had to bring this up. It's devastating, bro. Every time we turn the TV, how many of us see? Now we all be on YouTube. How many times we see niggas shooting at each other and they got that stupid demonic music playing in the back?
I hate that shit.
Yeah,
I really hate that.
It's like, man, that's real music. And I'm from the Midwest. The Midwest invented smoking people, digging them up. I want to kill them again. All that stuff, man. I'm telling you, man, I think we should have a real conversation on that, bro, because it's killing our community, bro. And as men, we don't do enough talking like them niggas did in the 90s, bro, about what we seeing, bro. This stuff is crazy.
It was worse back then.
Go ahead.
I'm young, though, so I can't.
I've been feeling... I don't know. I've been feeling indifferent about shit like that. You know what I mean? I've been feeling indifferent because at this point, the way it is, it's like, it's sad. I was just told one of my partners this the other day in another boxing chat. He was like, I see a 15-year-old nigga acting a little wild. I got to look at him as a threat. It ain't the days past when I could pat him and say, hey, brother, calm down and, do the uncle shit. Them niggas will shoot the shit out you. You know what I mean? Like,
you know why you can't do the uncle stuff? You know why you can't do the uncle stuff? Because they mom for a long time would say, "Don't say nothing to my son.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say nothing to my son.
That's a huge
Don't
problem.
talk to my son." And I'm telling you, these are the same whores that's talking about black men don't care. So I mean, I'm just saying, nothing we can do about it, but I just think we're gonna have some fun on this live, man. We all about to blow up, man. I'm telling you, I see it. We need to take some time and talk about that stuff.
Look, it's got to start from
I think coaching is the best avenue. Coaching a sport, go out and go in the community with it. Like, look, put him on my team. You know what I'm saying? Just to give them something to do. Kids don't have nothing to do. Young niggas don't work.
Well, somebody audio is terrible, man. Y'all need to fix that, bro.
Young niggas don't go to work where I'm at. They 17 to 25. They ain't even think about no working. They not with that shit.
Yeah, brains ain't working.
I think it starts with education too, bro. You gotta have them kids in school. Gotta have them doing something. You can't have them hanging around at
schools. No, the schools is fucked up too. It's just the same environment over there. It's the same people. So that ain't gonna do nothing. It's gotta start from the ground up.
We gotta fix the education because that's where them kids need to feel safe.
Yeah. But like you see kids like Kyrie Irving.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
One at a time, bro.
Yeah, I apologize.
Go ahead, Dirk.
So like you see guys like Kyrie Irving, like to me, he's a pretty good example. I mean, he kind of crazy a little bit, but for the most part, he was raised in a two-parent. Well, I believe he was raised by his father, but either way, like he's a good man. His father's stand-up guy. He raised him well, and you see how he turned out. Went to Duke. Like if you start from home, that's the key. You just gotta start from home. Like You put these kids in these single parent households with, you know, let's be real, people who are not ready to have kids. This is the result you're gonna have. A bunch of crazy motherfuckers running around shooting each other.
Emotional ass niggas.
Yeah, they have
And they're not
no
shooting
sense
because they
of yeah.
tough.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, they're
Yeah,
not shooting because they tough. They shooting because they over emotional. They don't know how to handle their
exactly.
emotions. You know what I'm
That
saying?
too.
Yeah,
No sense of no
you know
sense
some
of like
something like
because that's how
somebody.
they used to seeing their moms blow up over bullshit. That's how females act.
Good look.
Man, you gotta calm yourself down. You gotta keep your composure about certain shit.
Yep.
I think what you said. I think what you said is true, man. What's the difference between emotional woman and a street nigga? There is no difference.
Oh,
Shit,
there
both of
really
them
is no
could get you
difference.
killed in
a
an
penis.
instant.
Where it kind of
Shit.
boils down to between a man and a woman. Like it's certain traits, certain you're supposed to be stoic about certain shit. That's some of the best stuff I got from the men that was older than me that I was around. Certain stuff you can't react to everything. Women can react to everything. You know what I mean? It's just the way the world's set up. We
And,
cannot.
and not just that. Think about it. Like in these places, who are the niggas getting the most like, getting all the girls? It's the drug dealers, it's the killers.
Mm-hmm.
So like they get rewarded for that type of beat. And they want to be like, I got to be the best drug dealer so I can get all the
Yep.
females. I got to be the number
Then
one
when them,
killer. Everybody got to fear me. Like they're rewarded for that type of behavior or that type of outlook.
And you know
then
it's
them
funny y'all
niggas
say.
kids end up.
You a hero if you go to jail, bro. Oh, you that nigga, he
Hey,
did his
let
time.
me say
Like,
let me say this. When I used to
yeah.
work at the coffee shop as a 17-year-old, I couldn't wait to go take a yamp to the skating ring.
Yeah.
I would take my little $70, man, and go right out and take a yamp up. Now I'm gonna tell you what I see. I see a bunch of kids in tight pants, the guys talking to each other's, and the girls over here. Like I never forget, man. I was because I'm still playing basketball. I was playing basketball. All these dudes, it was a bunch of girls out there. All these dudes want to talk to each other, and the girls right there. So I mean, I think it's something. I think it's something to it, man. Because not enough of us strong men are talking, man. We letting the alphabet mafia talk. We letting everybody else talk. But regular blue collar men
Mm-hmm.
like us gotta say something about it.
I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't happen like that when the men talk, because you gotta remember there's a lot of testosterone. So a lot of these young men are looking at you like, man, you old head, you can't tell me what to do. So they don't want to hear. It's very few of them that actually will sit down and listen. You have to actually get them one on one, because if you try to talk to them in a group, they're not gonna let. All it takes is
Oh,
for one of them to say something, and then all of them gonna go along with what that one said. You got to get them one by one, and you sit one of them
But
down and
how you
talk to
gonna
them. And
respect authority when you don't if you don't have a father figure or like they don't
I
respect
mean,
their moms?
see,
So
a lot of times, what I notice, a lot of times, if you get one and you sit him down,
yeah,
he might not respect you, but if you get him to sit down and talk to him, them niggas, they will listen and they'll understand, and they'll be like, you know what, you right, and they'll listen. But you gotta be able to get them to sit down. Once you can get them to sit down, then you can talk to them. But if you catch them around a group of friends, all it takes is for one of them. Like, someone will want to listen, but it's gonna take that one to say something, and then everybody gonna start laughing, and they're gonna start joning, and then they're not gonna hear nothing you say. So you got to be able to get them to sit down. If you can't get them to sit down and listen, you ain't gonna be able to talk to them anyway.
you got to get them to respect you in they way too. You know what I mean?
That too.
Like if the threat is that they gonna roast you for being an old head, you know what I'm saying? Let them know you can talk a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it also boils down to if they act like they finna, you know what I'm saying, muscle up on you. It's like, I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that if you know what I mean? Like, I
And
really
then
wouldn't do that.
another thing is, like, a lot of the guys that I talk to, because like I said, I used to be a police officer or whatever, but I went back to my old neighborhoods where I used to hustle at. I mean, I wasn't always on the right side of the law. I used to hustle. So a lot of those young dudes, they older now. They adults, and some of them got younger kids. And they look at me, they were like, oh, and the kids would say something, and they were like, no, that's an OG right there. I'm like, no, I'm not an OG. I mean, I'm D, but I'm not an OG. They're like, nah, you an OG, man. You one brought me up out here. So they get respect from me because their fathers know or their mothers know who I am, and they knew from me from back in the day around that neighborhood. So they get respect from that because they be like, okay, that's an OG. He know what he's talking about. He been in the streets. But when you get somebody that ain't never been in the streets, don't know what the streets is like. A lot of times it's kind of hard talking to the youth from the streets if you ain't never been in the streets.
Yeah, that's why
you can't really have a common ground because they be like, you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't been out here doing what we're doing. But see, a person like me, I grew up in the days of Rayford Edmonds and all of them. So right. I used to be out there, and I changed. Luckily, I changed my life for the better without getting caught up. I never spent no time in jail. I never had to do anything that I regret. And I took myself to the military, and then when I got out of the military gave me a lot of discipline for myself. I mean, I learned discipline because I had my father and mother in the same household. But when your father used to hustle and you see that and you follow behind your father, that's all you know, because my father passed when I was 14. So I knew my father, when we needed money, my father would go out and hustle because he used to work for Rayford Edmonds. He would go out and hustle. And so I was like, well, shit, if my father go out and hustle, they see me, they come out there, they be like, oh shit, that's Boopie's son. Let's go look out for little Boopie. So they would look out for me, and that's how I made my little ends and hustle. But I was like, nah, I can't do this. Because I didn't see my friends get killed. I didn't see my friends get locked up. And I was like, that could have been me. And so I changed my way. But the youngest, they know me, so they be like, okay, well, he's been out here. But if I try to bring one of my cousins who ain't never been to the streets, they're gonna be like, nigga, you don't know nothing about this. You ain't from the streets. You don't know nothing about it. They're not gonna listen to him because he don't know nothing about the streets.
I'll say this, as a guy like me who grew up in the projects, I'm a real life project nigga. I went from 5 till I was grown. I was in the project, so I got my money to get up out of there. And I'll tell you what, as a kid who grew up in the projects, the hopelessness that you feel that you can't ever get out of what you in, man. I don't think we speak enough about that, bro. Like, I knew niggas that, because where I grew up at was a place called Susan Court. So they would call it SC, because it sounded like the college, and they would call it the home of the losers. And niggas would get T-shirts that had SC on it, and they say home of the losers on the back. And when you see that type of self-deprecation, man,
damn.
I don't think people understand. Like, you talking about kid, like D Free and Vic just said so well, is that you got niggas growing up without no parents. How many of us have met niggas with no parents? Me. And the thing that D Free talking about, he talking about niggas knowing him for being a wild nigga. That's not nothing to even be proud of. It's some of the stuff that because I was a fake. I was a phony. I was trying to be something I wasn't. And I look back at that stuff now and say, man, I bet my grandma was like, man, what am I raising? Right. And I think at some point, man, as men, whether it's heard or not, we got to tell the younger guys, hey, man, if you want to make 90 years old, man, there's certain things you got to do. Ain't nobody stupid that made it to 50. There's nobody that made it to 50 that's stupid. Whether they got money or they don't. I don't think people understand. When you get to a certain age, man, you got to earn that. And I'm just saying, man, I just hope that us as brothers can come together, man, and talk about those issues, man, because there's a real life attack against black men. Yeah, we can play games.
I'm gonna tell you like this: when you say to see 90 years old, if you say that to these young kids out here, these young kids ain't thinking about seeing 90 years old. You gotta break it down to where if you're looking to see next week, because that's how their mind frame is. They see people get killed every day. So you got to break it down there. If you're trying to live to see next week, this is what you got to do. And then once they make it the next week, and then you say, okay, if you're living to see next week, then you got to break it down week by week, because if you're saying 90 years old, them like, I might not see 20, and they 19. They 19, their birthday next month. They might say, I might not see 20.
I have to be honest. Because when I was 19, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, I was always into sports. So it kept me away from a lot of shit. But when sports kind of drifted away, I just kind of was automatically attracted. You know what I mean? I was automatically attracted to it. I realized how much sports meant. You know what I'm saying? But really, it don't have to be sports. anybody like being a part of something. That's why when they go rogue, they don't go rogue and just. I mean, a few of them gonna just be some random killers like Omar or some shit. But everybody else join a gang. You know what I mean? It's something to be a part of.
Hey, V, you gotta think about this. It's a guy that we all know about King Von. The dude was a serial killer. And it's like it's nothing. Nobody even realized, yo, this dude was a serial killer. And it's like, oh, he jamming. I mean,
them little niggas be cussing me out about King Von.
Dirk, boxing nerd, Marky Dan, Prize. Am I wrong? The dude talk about killing. All he does is talk about being a serial killer.
Yeah, that's all these rappers though.
And he get cool points because, like, he lived that life basically. So, people not, and it's not just black kids. To be fair, it's white kids in suburbs. Kids from all over the world.
They trying to say Old Block up in Chicago is a tourist location now. Them niggas, they don't know who King Von really was. That dude was a demon.
I don't think y'all realize that drill music is now a world, like, you see it worldwide. It's in Scotland. You see it in Russia. It's even in Korea, bro. Like, there's people trying to do drill music.
Yeah, but what we not going to do is we're not going to get up here and talk about that this young black kid who was misguided.
I can't lie. I'll be messing with the drill music a little bit, but...
Hold on.
King Von is not somebody that should be seen as a victim.
Bro, listen. We're not gonna get up here and say, "Oh, he's a demon." This young black kid was misguided. It was tons of things he went through in his life. You don't live his life, so you don't know what it's like in a city. So we're not gonna get up here and do that. And I'll mute my mic.
Hey, I say that
was a demon.
No, that.
No, he did. What Prize is saying is simple is the fact that we can't say like racial epithets or degrading things. And the reason this is the thing I'm gonna tell you, Dirk, about what happens with black and Spanish people. What we have always done wrong is we let people take our movement from us. So yeah, you want to talk about the white kids, you want to talk about this. I'm talking about black and Spanish people, and I have no shame in saying that, bro, because that's what when I was young, if you were Puerto Rican, Spanish, whatever, it's nigga get on the car. Same thing if you're a black one, nigga get on the car, and that's the police talking to you that way. So we're not gonna sit here and let people co-opt our movement like they've been doing. Because think about this: why in the world is the alternative lifestyle connected to the black and Spanish experience? That's BS. That's not
alternative. Like, you mean like that LGBT?
Hey! We don't say that stuff on here. I'm talking about the alternative lifestyle.
Yeah,
we don't. Okay. This is the thing. If you got that alternative lifestyle, you got people who want to attach that to the black experience. At the end of the day, that's your choice in the bedroom. No matter what I do, I can't stop being black. I can't stop being Spanish. And I'm saying that's the thing. Don't fall for the okie doke of what people are saying, because everything that glitters ain't gold. You got people like who say, "Oh, I love Barack Obama," blah blah blah. And I don't really get too political on this, but if the dude is pushing us back as a whole culture, 20 years talking about we need to accept more of this alternative lifestyle, why are you pushing it on my kids? And why, as a black man or a Spanish man, can I say that's wrong? Because we didn't grow up doing that, bro. We didn't grow up doing that.
And not just that. What about how they're pushing all these female rappers like overly sexual? Like, what's her name? Sukiyana. Red. I don't know her name. Red. Yeah, Red, Sexy Red. Like, they're pushing these. This is basically this is the vision the world gets of black women. Like, if you have a daughter, is that what you want people to see, your women as? What other culture presents that as their women? Or like, that's
none.
Yeah, I understand what I'm trying to say, bro. Like,
none.
No culture presents their own women as whores. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And we have people defending it, and unfortunately, there's a lot of black women defending it. It's like, oh, they should be able to live their life, or independent black women. You know what I'm talking about, like that Keke Palmer situation, bro. No respectable man is cool with another man dancing on their wife, or getting cozy with their wife, whatever you want to call it. And nobody's gonna be cool with that shit. That's not being secure. It's called being a man.
Boxing nerd, what's your opinion on this? You've been kind of quiet. You too, Price.
Boxing nerd, like, this is not my topic.
Prize, I don't know, but I'll say this. I'll just say this. what we dealing with, man, and I just had to take time to talk about this, man. It's truly an epidemic, man. We seeing historic lows in graduation rates from young black men, young Spanish men. They're not graduating high school. So if you're not graduating high school, you becoming what they call a permanent underclass. And I don't think people understand the schools are more segregated now than they were in 1955 when they did Brown versus the Board of Education. These are some of the things that we're not even talking about. I'm talking about, and I don't even want to get so political on it. I'm just saying we got young black men listening to music that talks about their own demise. What other music do you know talks about killing? I want you out of here. I'm smoking on you. I'm smoking on you.
One thing I'm gonna say. One thing
I like drill, but that shit, it is pure disrespect, my guy.
They didn't start that. I ain't gonna put that all on them. They didn't start that. That's how it's been for a long time. You know what I mean?
Man, Nelly
what was Pop talking about? What were they all talking about?
There, that's just a whole nother level of disrespect. I heard the drill rapper UG's talking about a dude's daughter, about how he killed him, and now that daughter is a bum. And they just go in and we talking about we smoking your pops, we smoking your moms. I don't think I ever heard no shit like that in rap music, at least when I was coming up, bro.
Shit. Rap Pimp C did a rape and a shooting and he did a whole lot of shit in one song. You know what
I heard it, dude. Can I ask y'all this? And I'm gonna tell you this about the feminization of men. Am I wrong, D Free? Or am I wrong, Vic? Anybody on the panel? Am I wrong? I never heard about men getting their butt ate. Like that's something to do. I've never heard of that.
What song is that?
It ain't no limits no more.
Every dude I know want to be a bad chick. All these dudes talk about they want to get a bag. That's how women used to talk. I'm an old school dude where, I was the young dude that wanted to be like my man on Minister Society. Talking about, look at that dude Kane trying to be a pimp like me. I'm one of them dudes. I'm a too short nigga. I want to talk to the girls, laugh, have a good time. And I'm telling you, man, we not getting that now, bro. We not getting that.
Yeah, you make it sound like you 50. You 32 years old.
But the thing you missing, Dirk, is that you don't realize that as you live and as you get older, bro, you see how fast things change. It wasn't like that when I was a kid. Yeah. There was none of that when I was a kid. I'm gonna tell you how when I was a kid, Dirk, they used to have to pay for long distance cards. You have to I used to go to the store and get my grandma a long distance card.
But another thing you got to realize is that the world is more visible than it was back then because of social media. Now you can see what people do and how people really think via social media. You couldn't really see that in the 2003, 2005. You didn't really know that. So it's kind of hard to judge,
I think it could be a lot of things, Dirk, because it could be reality TV. And another thing that happens is that, you hear the whole thing of keeping up with the Joneses. Nothing is brand new. Everybody want to do what everybody else is doing on Instagram. Everybody want to do what everybody else is doing on TikTok. You're not even think about it, man. How many times do you see a young dude? I heard a young dude get clowned because he said he worked at McDonald's. That's a real nigga to me. Because at the end of the day, he could be knocking folks over. You know what I mean? And anybody who's ever worked at a job like that is nothing but yaps all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Good experience.
If a young dude get his first job at McDonald's, because I don't know about where y'all stay at. McDonald's out here is starting you off at like $16, $17 an hour.
They upping the ante.
I'm looking at these dudes like, nigga, when I got my first job, nigga, I was only making like $5.50 at minimum wage. I'm like, nigga,
that's inflation. You gotta add that into it.
I'm like, dog, I was making like $5.50 for minimum wage. I mean, the cost of living was cheaper, but I'm like, dog, you making $16, $17. Nigga, I had a dude that was working as a Comcast. He was making like 19. I'm like, dang, this nigga got an easier job working at McDonald's, making 17. It's like a $2 difference.
If you ain't working up here, you don't want to work. Everywhere hiring up here. Everywhere.
Everything. I tell people all the time. I tell the young dudes all the time. I said, dog, you got a car, right? He was like, yeah, I got a car. I'm like, you got a license? I'm like, yeah. I said, dog, there's no reason for you to be sitting on the corner hustling. I was like, you trying to nickel and dime?
Kill 'em up here.
You nickel and dime weed. Weed is legal now, so niggas don't even want to buy from nobody on the corner. They go in the store and buy it. So you nickel and dime in weed. I'm like, you like, man, we got to make a living out here. I said, dog, you have a license and you have a car. DoorDash is hiring all day long. You can do DoorDash. You can do Uber. You can do Lyft.
You're gonna have to get that.
No excuse not to make money out here.
No, Lyft would give you a car. They will give you a car. They take the money out of your weekly pay.
They do. That's funny.
I did not know that.
I used to drive for Lyft. When I stopped working as a police officer, I was driving for Lyft. I do DoorDash now from time to time to get spare money here and there. But they will give you a car. They give you a car. You go right to Ames or Hertz and get a rental. Whatever car you decide you want, a mid-size, a truck, or whatever, and it's different prices. Like it might be, I think the most is like $400 something a week, but that's for the SUV. But at that SUV, you probably making about between $1,500 to $2,000 a week because you driving around people that work the business, the big upper class guys that's only using SUVs to go back and forth.
About to die. When y'all on again?
Hey, we going tonight.
Oh shit, y'all finna be on. Oh, y'all stand up for the fight.
I'm gonna come back on at around 4, but we gonna be on again Wednesday. But let's get. I'm gonna have my man D Free and Prize fight. I'm gonna have everybody say their final words. Get us out of here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dirk. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Get us out of here, bro. I'm gonna give everybody his final words.
Yeah, man. So it was a good talk. I'm looking forward to the fights. Hopefully we can chop up some more about everything, current events, everything. So appreciate you having me on, bro.
I appreciate you, Dirk.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. Salute BVO panel. It was a lot of fun tonight. I'm looking forward to this fight. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of Inoue. I've been calling for this fight for a year and a half almost. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. I don't know how this fight gonna work out for me because I gotta go to work at 8:00. They say the ring walk's gonna be at 8:00, so I guess I'm gonna be coming in that bitch late. I'm gonna hope that Inui get him out there early, but whatever happens, we got a great fight tomorrow. So hey, I'm gonna catch y'all next time.
All right.
All right, Boxing Nerd. I think Boxing Nerd might be asleep.
Nah, my bad, yo. I'm right here to debunk everything you said today because I thought you were casual before from your shorts, but now, oh my lord. What did you say today? Boots is not a top 5 skill talent in boxing. You also said Inoue wouldn't be able to would beat Terrence Crawford if they were the same size.
I said stop.
Stop! My God, that's so much worse. Like the blasphemy. I feel like you do this for clicks because I feel like if we had a what I walk conversation, you wouldn't be saying this stuff. But I understand.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a secret, man. My man D Free and Prize talked to me outside of YouTube. I'm the same nigga you talking to on YouTube, bro. I believe everything I'm saying, man. I do.
That worries me.
D Free, am I wrong?
I don't know.
Nah, he ain't lying.
I don't know. I don't know.
That nigga is delusional as hell, offline as well as he is on.
I thought it was for the show. I didn't know he meant that shit.
No, because I seen it on his shorts. He'd be saying stuff like that, and I'd be like, "There's no way this guy actually believes that. This guy's the same way in his lives too." I'm like, "What the hell?"
I wish you could have seen my face when he said Inoue would knock Crawford out. I said,
"Excuse me."
I said, "Stop, Crawford."
Yo, what's crazy is, have you guys been on Twitter?
No,
I am.
I'm on Instagram.
You guys know who Two Tone is?
Yeah.
I don't know who's worse, Two Tone or BVO at this point. They're both.
I'm gonna go with Two Tone because of the simple fact is he got a lot more Twitter followers than BVO, and he be saying that shit for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Hey,
Two Tone's a close second, but yeah.
But keep in mind, I got my brother D Free and I got my brother Prize, and we're gonna blow up together. Pause. Watch.
Hey,
I'm about to see it. I'm like the Black Rush Limbaugh. Pause.
Hey yo.
What?
Y'all gonna blow up together.
Talk about me, nigga.
I said pause, man. I said pause.
What you said? You shouldn't have said it.
You should. Oh, I know you ain't talking Mr. Bended Knee. Mr. Bended Knee with his hat backwards.
This is like I said what I said with Cam and the other guy.
Hey man,
it is
rough,
what it is.
man.
This is why we can't get the LGBTQ out of our business.
Yeah.
Oh
man. Hey, shout out to the alphabet mob. We got number love for y'all. We ain't doing nothing over here. It's just BVO box having some fun.
Yeah.
But go ahead, D Free, get us out of here, man.
Man, yeah. I mean, I appreciate you having me. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do this again. You said we'd be back on Wednesday.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
like I said, I'm free. I'm free anytime after like 5 or 6. I'm free. If I ain't got nothing going on, I anybody in the TWT family will tell you, I ain't got no problem jumping on somebody's panel, doing a live with them or whatever. Whenever one of my brothers or one of my sisters need my help, I help them out. I ain't got no problem with that. But I respect everybody for their opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. This ain't nothing but love and jokes and everybody. I mean, like I said, I don't have no favorite fighters. I don't take none of this stuff personal. This is all for the sport of boxing. If you think Inoue going to win, that's your opinion. I think Coolboy could possibly win. I'm feeling a little skeptical because I don't know how they're going to do in Japan. Everybody, they in his hometown. They love that man, so I don't know. I don't even know who the judges are. I don't know if they got American judges or what. I didn't even see who the judges was. So I'm a little worried for my boy Coolboy because I don't think he's going to get stopped, but I think he could get robbed on the scorecard. He probably could get robbed.
Ain't no could about it. If he don't knock Inoue out, man, he's losing.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Japan for a reason.
Yeah, but see and that's the thing. Coolboy said he'd do it. Coolboy gave him the A side. I'm like, Coolboy, what the fuck is you doing? You the A side. Why are you giving it up? Make that man come to America.
I thought Coolboy was the A side.
Coolboy gave it up. That's why they in Japan.
Oh wow. All right, that's crazy.
You gotta think about it. They in Japan. They fighting on ESPN. Coolboy is a Showtime fighter.
Oh yeah. You know what? He fight whoever he want though. He a little different. He fight whoever he want.
No, but what I'm saying is they fighting on ESPN. They in Japan. Inoue's walking out last. He gave up the A side. I'm like, why would you do that?
Wow.
He got it. This worse than Devin in Australia for sure. Way worse.
Yeah, this no comparison.
Yeah, there's no comparison to Devin and Cambosa. It ain't no comparison.
Yeah, because Devin,
I'm more nervous for Coolboy than I was for Devin. I thought Devin would be able to pull off the fight.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm more nervous for Coolboy because I know how the Japanese are for their fighters. I know how they do it.
I heard them terms. I say this is disgusting.
Yeah. It's like he gave Inoue the titles. He's like, here, you can have it. I'm gonna fight you for it, but they yours. I'm just holding them.
And he finna swing them hard horse hair and the cast on it. Oh my god!
Hey man, why do Coolboy? You said is it me or the Coolboy got a duck tail? Y'all see he got the duck tail.
That rat tail. That's that 80s rat tail. That's the part.
Hey, you gonna be watching the fight, D Free?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna try to get a little nap in right about now so I can be up because I usually wake up around 4:00. Get my go use the bathroom or whatever. I look at the clock. I'll be like, okay, I might as well stay up. So I'm gonna try to get a little nap in now. And then
that's what I'm gonna do is when the fight come on, I'm gonna hit you up, bro.
All right, that's a bet.
I'll talk to you then, man. Peace.
Okay, peace.
All right, Prize. All right, Boxing Nerd Peace.